Storm and Andy Wilkinson.
Good Friday evening. Welcome to another night of high school football. We're live from Northwest Cabarrus as the Northwest Cabarrus Trojans welcome the Green Wave of Ashbrook coming in from the Gastonia area. And as you can hear the announcers here, we are getting ready for our national anthem, so we'll have a moment to jump in. Let's go ahead and listen in on our national anthem. All right, good crowd gathering here at Trojan Stadium, and the clouds have rolled in over the sun, making it a little bit cooler on what was a return of summer day, 90 degrees today, and again tomorrow we get our nice cool down on Sunday. John Von Cannon along with Chris Hudson back in the booth here for at least for one game here. And Chris, we're looking forward to seeing these Trojans who under Eric Moorman have had quite the run the last few seasons.
Yes, they just picked up where they left off, you know. It's going to be a big test for them, you know, because Green Wave has always had a really good football team. And it's our first look at Ashbrook, you know. I don't think we've ever had them on a broadcast. I'm not sure if we have. But, you know, if Northwest can come out and control this game, I think they got a shot to win it tonight. And like we was talking about, they got a really big running back, a sophomore. So 210 pounds, I think you said he was.
200 yards a week ago in that overtime victory over Central Cabarrus. That was the sophomore Titus Troy, who had a strong effort. Also was a 95-yard kickoff return by Zajela McClain, and he plays defensive back. So big play guys on Northwest, but listen to the press booth guys before the game. They feel like this Ashbrook team pretty stout. They have had two convincing victories over teams from Charlotte and Northwest, the close win over West Cabarrus, and then a week ago in overtime over what has to be a much improved Central team.
Yeah, Central's going to be, you know, you and I talked about it. Central's going to be really, really good, you know, with their coach back over there. And, you know, speaking of West Cabarrus, you know, what we saw last week, if they just stick with Matt Jenkins, I think they're going to be in the process to win some games over there. But, you know, Robinson still, I think, is the class of Cabarrus County.
Yeah, until proven otherwise, you know, Coach Seidel and that group, they don't, you know, it's the old, they don't rebuild, they reload.
That's
all right.
what he done.
Let's take a break here. Captains are coming out. We'll meet them, but you are in the pregame show. Northwest Cabarrus about 6 minutes away from kickoff against the Ashbrook Green Wave. As a part of Radio Free Cabarrus 485 Sports Report. Tonight we're on YouTube. We're also on NFHS. Back after this.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle. You estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMinded.com today.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy, with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com. Wilkinson Funeral Home is proud to offer the very best in personal and professional service to you and your family in your time of need. They're nestled on a peaceful 16-acre hilltop off Branchview Drive in Concord, and a full-service funeral home that recognizes the importance of tradition and faith, and they strive to create services as unique as your loved one. They also offer a variety of options for pre-planning. You can relieve your family of the burden of making those decisions in a time of emergency. Call Wilkinson Funeral Home, 704-786-3168.
No one does high school sports coverage like Mark Clemens and John Von Cannon, and it's right here on your hometown station, RadioFreeCabarrus.com.
All right, music playing. We've had our coin toss. Northwest Cabarrus will receive the captains for Northwest. We mentioned Zazaya McClain, one of the defensive backs, and the return man, two linemen as well in there, Anthony Argueta and Taryn Miranda. The captains for Ashbrook were Shamira Carpenter, one of their backup quarterbacks, Caleb Gordon, a linebacker, also in there, Kibrian Thompson, one of their big defensive linemen, and Jonathan Moore, an offensive lineman. Here comes the Green Wave, home of, or the most famous alum,
Big game, James Worthy.
Of course, had a huge career with the Lakers, winning, I think it was 4 championships. And, of course, Dean Smith's first championship back in '82. They had a certain freshman named Michael Jordan. He had hair back in the day.
Yeah, some kid that was really, really good. We don't know
his name. He was skinny at the time, right? And
that was Mike Jordan.
Mikey Jordan, as they used to call him back on the old Raycom Jefferson Pilot Network days.
You're going to have blocking the backs. You're going to have those kind of penalties. But the team that makes the fewest mistakes normally wins it all. So whoever makes the fewest mistakes tonight, and can Northwest keep the Green Wave of Ashbrook, in their own territory, or in Northwest territory, not let them cross midfield. That's going to be big, because these boys from Ashbrook look pretty good, or pretty big size. I mean, these boys look like they're bringing the mail tonight.
All right, ready to go. Kick it off from right to left. We mentioned Ashbrook and their white uniforms with the dark green numerals. I kind of like their mascot. You can, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the Green Wave with the white cap. It's kind of neat looking there. And it's set to kick off across your radio dial, smartphone, HD television. Hope you're joining us tonight. Clouds have taken over and taken away the bright sun, and so we were under the lights to begin with.
Well, I hadn't seen this in a long time. Them down in the three-point stance on kickoff.
Nice high kick.
Them down in the three-point stance on kickoff.
Nice high kick. And dives at the 1-yard line, forced to field it there at the 10-yard line. Room to the right side. McClain, he's danger, and he gets hustled out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Making that kick was Uziel Garcia. And good recovery by McClain, 95-yard return a week ago, and he got it out to almost the 40.
Yeah, really good. That was scary for a minute, John. Like you said, it stopped and died at the 1, and he got, what did he get, 20, 30, 38 yards out of it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like that golf shot that just dies right where you want it to, and Garcia did a nice job. We're expecting the young junior Irwin. I know, Coach Morman would like a little bit more from him. 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions so far this season. And it's been their big 210-pound running back, Titus Troy. He's right behind.
And one thing we got that you notice here if you're watching this, Northwest is the only field in Cabarrus County that still has actual grass.
Here's the handoff to Troy. Oh, nice blocking off the right side, 40, and over to midfield, about a 15-yard pickup to start this game.
John, that big boy hits the hole in 5th gear. He ain't no shifting. He's in 5th gear when he gets the ball.
The right side of that line, I thought I saw Gavin Lewis, 6'4", 275 pounds, with a nice clear block. I do like the down to distance. They have a nice red 1 over there.
Oh, I see that now, yeah.
Nice number. Oh, moving along the line. Who moved first, though?
All sides on the defense.
That's the initial indication. They're talking, though, and it is offsides. Becomes 1st and 5 down to the Green Wave 43. And, I didn't really realize that, but this is the only one with grass. That is,
Yes, it is.
That's pretty crazy.
When they get their new school built, they'll have a turf, of course.
Right. 1st and 5 as Irwin shotgun here. We call it a pistol. Troy will get the handoff right up the gut. Again, good block, and again into the secondary, down to almost the 30-yard line. A 12, 13-yard burst for Troy.
Mom's sitting right here. She got Troy on the back of her shirt. She was jumping up, down, pumping her fist. Her baby went through the hole.
And a big hole it was. I mean, that right side of the line, couple of blocks. Also got to give credit to Terran Miranda, one of the captains. He's the right guard, a tight end over there. 1st and 10, just outside the 30. Now looking to the sideline for Irwin and Troy over there. Titus Troy had 200 yards a week ago, overtime victory against Central. Ready to go for Irwin. Now almost problems with the handoff, being strung out and gets popped there.
Night in the morning.
That play took too long to develop, and number 5 took advantage. Caleb Gordon, the linebacker, throws Troy for a 1-yard loss.
That's 215 pounds meeting 210 pounds.
Yeah, boom against boom there, meat against meat. 2nd and 11, back to the, we'll say the 32-yard line.
Way to dissect that play, big number 5, Gordon.
Ready to go, though, Irwin. He wants a quick snap. Now they'll look to the sideline, as they so often do. You got 2 receivers right. No score, just getting underway. Dropping back, Irwin looking left, has time, whips to that side, and throws it into a double team and short hops his intended receiver shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down over there for Irwin.
And number 56, Thompson got his hand, a little hand on it, I think.
Cabarrus Thompson, that's a defensive lineman ranging out there in the short coverage. They had the defensive back behind him as well.
Yeah, he got the initial contain and took care of it. And he just threw that big paw up there, and I think it tipped off her finger because it looked like it kind of wobbled and died.
Bringing out a 3rd receiver, quick snap. Oh, may have moved early as whistles blow on the 3rd and 11. I'm guessing it's going to be 3rd and 16.
Yeah, the far side official was showing legal procedure.
So we'll back up and go from there. Got several other games on the docket tonight. Of course, another one of our RFC crews out in Central Cabarrus as the old Highway 49 rivalry taking on Mount Pleasant. J.M. Robinson, maybe the longest road trip for anybody during the regular season, going to Asheville and A.C. Reynolds.
Wow, that's gonna be a matchup right there. Two big heavyweights.
3rd and 16, back to the 37. Delayed handoff. Time it is Troy again, and he gets some of the lost yards back inside the 30, but well shy of the first down. 4th and 8, and you're kind of in that no man's land for 4-down territory.
And the bad part is Troy's helmet come off, so he's got to come out.
Didn't get a great spot either, only to the 30-yard line, so it will be 4th and 9 from that point. And now I'm bringing out a new lineup here. Let's see what happens.
Looks like 28 is going to be the running back here.
Now, if it was the old days with Pinion and Crutchville, we'd go ahead and try field goal. Is that what they're going to do? Yeah.
Yep.
We're going to try a 46-yard field goal. But we'll see how this goes for Chase Smith. Going to try it.
He nods. Here's the kick.
It's a long,
good?
And it's England. It is
Yes.
good. Wow. What have these Cabarrus County kickers been eating lately?
I have no clue, John. Maybe some souped up Wheaties.
Yeah, there you go. Some old Soupy Campbell stuff like back in the day. All right. Of course, tell you about more of our sponsors as we keep it right here. Don't forget, we got the Carolina Renaissance Festival coming up in October and November. Weekends for all your Hazayan, as you like.
Yep, turkey legs, bread bowls, the adult beverage if you need them.
And
Just don't drink and drive.
Yeah, please. They will wrap up your turkey legs, though, if you ask them nicely.
Yeah.
Some lady with they used to call them bar winches, right? And I'm serious, several years ago, and they took care of it.
Oh, okay, cool.
She's like, wrapping up turkey legs, good for eating later. I was like, I'll take it.
They don't make it out the complex with me.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Ain't no sense in wrapping it.
Of course, the Southern Christmas Show also coming up for the full week and 2 weekends in November as well. So we'll get you more details. You can get all of those folks on bond as well. CarolinaRenaissanceInfo.com. All right, Chase Smith, he had the lead problem from 46 yards out. And he'll kick it off to Ashbrook. Nice.
What a kick, young man.
Deep kick. Taking it to 5. Running to the right side. Has initial room. Burst of speed, but finally tackled from behind just shy of the 30-yard line.
And speaking of field goals, what are these guys eating? First week, Myself and James was over at Concord against Mount Pleasant, and Rosario Beltran kicked a 47-yard, and it had about 10 yards left.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good from 60, I think.
That kid's got a leg. He had a 46, then a 47.
And broke a rather famous coach's record, and that being Coach Smith.
Yes, sir.
All right, must have been they marked him shy of the 25. We're expecting McLean to be the quarterback. Got 3 receivers left. They also have a pretty good running back, and he'll get the handoff to the right side. Good initial room, and he gets out to just the 30-yard line. And that running back is number 7, Sevion Lindsay. So give him 5 on that initial carry. 2nd and 5 coming up.
And he's still a big, he's 5'9" and 185. That's still a big running back.
Pretty solid for the high school level. And they're going quick no huddle, as most are. Now do expect them to look to the sideline. Northwest with an early 3-0 lead, and Ashbrook. So a couple of coaches chose to come down in here with us since it's cooler, I guess. Here comes a blitz for Northwest backing off. Oh, play clock's ticking down to 1, and they're going to have to take a timeout. Oh, did they get it in time? They must have. They just did call their first timeout. Gives us a chance to take one as well. Northwest up early, 3-0.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle. You estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMinded.com today.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
2nd and 5 coming up after the timeout. Quick toss out to the right side, and overshoots his man, does McLean. That was going to be shy of the first down, so 3rd down coming up. Try to rifle it over there.
And number 5, Zach Riddle, was in it with number 64 right there. They were pushing and shoving a little bit.
3rd and 5, broken up quickly, though, so ready to go on key 3rd down play.
When they got a kid that can kick it almost 70 yards, 80 yards.
Well, yeah, that's pushing it. Of course, NFL had an unofficial record in the preseason with a guy making, what was it, a 68-yard field goal.
Yeah, and that was what, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think it was.
Okay. Again, clicking down on the play clock, and just to get it off, running option right, quick toss out to Lindsay. He barrels his way for the first down. Nice quick option over there. McLean found Lindsay, and he found just enough for the first down.
And that's a rare play you don't see anymore in high school.
The speed option, and
the speed option.
And even to the short side of the field, but both guys ran it well. They also saw Northwest starting to blitz from the middle, and that left room on the outside. First down for the Green Wave out to the 36-yard line. Taking a long time getting their formation set, and a couple plays there. They had already called a timeout, and that last play was clicking down to 0. Northwest stays home this time. He gets it off to Lindsay. He has running room, breaks into the secondary, crosses the midfield, hustled out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Big gain there for Lindsay of about 25 yards.
And John, the man that sprung that was big number 72, Dylan Garcia, the big offensive lineman over there.
Garcia got Lindsay out to the 40-yard line and into Trojan territory as Ashbrook tries to answer right back. 4 minutes moving into this first quarter. Nice sunset. Always like this setup here. We're so close to the field here at Northwest Cabarrus High School. Long run over by the running back Lindsay to get the play. McLean, rather. Lindsay staying right over there. Still plenty of time on the play clock. They were slow getting that started as well since it was out of bounds.
Yep, and you seen Lindsay look back, and he told his quarterback, like, hurry up. He looked back at the ball clock.
They have the old-style play clocks here Quick toss out to the right side. Caught over there inside the 35. Barreling his way and right to the sticks. Nice rifle throw and good catch over there.
Who made that catch?
I think it was going to be number 1, Tyler Morgan, making that grab right at 10. We'll call it 11 yards.
Yeah, been a good tackle by Riddle over there, number 5, Zach Riddle.
But I tell you, nice job by be your own blocker, as they said back in the day.
Yeah, he got some yaks after that.
Right at 10 yards, 1st and 10, just inside the 30-yard line for McLean. Still in the gun. Delayed handoff. Lindsey stumbles. Now gets to the outside, 25-20. He's going through the Pizza Hut red zone, and there's a flag thrown. Lindsey goes in for the touchdown, but a flag thrown late at about the 10-yard line. Probably a legal block upfield. Most of this will come back.
Yeah, it's going to be that or a hold.
Lindsey looked to be in trouble. He stumbled with the handoff, and that may have thrown off the Northwest defense a bit. Sometimes that happens. The defense expects one thing, and then, boom, you're back the other. Long look in by the white hat. Now here we go. Flags at the 18. So it will be 12 yards forward and 10 yards back for a gain of 2. So the rare 1st and about 7 or 8.
Does this go from the line of scrimmage?
That only happens if it's behind the line of scrimmage.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. They changed that rule a couple of years ago.
I wish they would do everything in high school from the spot like they do in college and the NFL, because you're getting these guys ultimately ready either for the NFL or college, so why not play by college rule?
Good point. The other rule change this year is that the mercy rule now starts at a 35-point lead.
Yeah, we had that with Robinson last week.
Running clock in the second half. I'm okay with 42. If it gets a little closer, I'll have to see how that works out. 1st and 8 at the 28. McLean dropping back, looking left, whips it to the slot receiver. Has room, 20, 10. Mason moves, spins around. He'll go in for the touchdown. Oh, what a move. That's like the old Madden move there. Number 0, Riley Hitz grabbing that one and going in for the touchdown.
And, John, that's why you don't arm tackle. Caleb Bryant tried to arm tackle, and he just spun out of it. That move reminded me a lot of You Got Mossed, a Randy Moss move. If he's as good as Randy Moss ever was, then that kid's got a bright future.
But that was you love the setup there from an offensive standpoint. You got your speedy receiver in space, and it looks like Hitz is just one of those guys. You say you're going to get arm tackles, well, Hitz makes you arm tackle.
Yeah, because he's that quick.
Garcia ready for the extra point, line drive, and it is good. So marching 75 yards down the field, Ashbrook takes a 7-3 lead.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy, with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com.
Ashbrook takes the lead on their first drive. 7-3. Northwest will try to answer back. Neither team had thrown the ball a whole lot in their first 2 games, but clearly you saw from Ashbrook enough of a short passing game to be dangerous.
And the Ashbrook quarterback don't come over the top either. He's a lot of sidearm.
Garcia, another nice deep kickoff into the sunset. Taken at the 5-yard line by McLean on Northwest. He has room to the right sideline. Versus speed, still going. 40, cuts it back to the middle of the field. Arm tackle, wrestles around just across midfield.
He stepped out right here.
So officials going to bring him back a few yards.
Looks like the 41-yard line?
So we didn't even have a chance to mention the Pizza Hut red zone barely there, because Hitch just ran right through it, spun through the buffet, and kept on going.
He door-dashed that one.
I like that, yeah.
He door-dashed Pizza Hut from the Carolina Pizza Hut.
So back to the 41-yard line from our Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard. Wardsville with an early 14-0 lead over the Wonders. Independence over Charlotte Christian 6-0. Irwin fakes the throw, and this time they've got Titus on the delay. Titus Troy, that is, for about a 1-yard pickup. So Ashbrook making some adjustments there. Brian Thompson on the tackle there. Another good linebacker play for him. We'll say 2, making it 2nd and 8. Long look over for Irwin. Man in motion. Now delayed handout. This time Troy with additional room, but runs into a brick wall there on the defensive side and thrown backwards. Number 23. Wow. Quamel Scott, the defensive lineman, ranging back and knocking him down.
Got a scoring update here on the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard. Aiden Smith just took one in from about 5 yards out. Gives them out 6-0 lead over Central Cabarrus.
Key 3rd down here coming up for Northwest. Going to be 3rd on right about 5 yards at their own 46-yard line. Need to get to the 49-yard line. Irwin with the look. A lot of new faces on the Northwest offense this year. They definitely had to make some adjustments on the fly. Irwin fakes, quick toss to the right side.
Nice catch, young man.
Right at the first down stitch. Are they going to give it to him?
Yes,
McLean
catch.
stretching out. Ashbrook said no. Official said yes, though, and that's what counts. Nice effort there. And the first completion, McLean playing both ways tonight.
Yeah, he definitely caught that one.
Move half. That's Jazela McLean. He's a senior. He used all 6'1" of his arms there to reach for that one. To the 47-yard line. Troy to the right side. Gets a nice block from that whole right side of the line. The tight end included. Crosses the 40 and goes down up into the 39-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup.
And big number 51. Do we got a 51? I got a 51 for Northwest, but I don't have him on the roster. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Teron Miranda, one of the he's playing tight end tonight and has a nice block out there. Sometimes right, I think he's right tackle, correction.
Yes, I think he is, but he got listed as a defensive tackle.
So he goes both ways.
Coach Mormon said, "I need you, big man."
2nd and a long one. Actually got 8 there. Man in motion. Faking the end around. Troy steps across for the first down, but not much more doing as he gets wrapped up by a big number 30 for Ashbrook. We'll give credit to Darrell Leach there, but a first down for Troy. Northwest trying to answer right back.
235-pound offensive or defensive tackle.
Oh, did they not give him the first down? 3rd and short. Okay.
He held him.
Just. Leach doing a good job there of holding his ground.
And one thing he done, John, that you don't see most high school tackles do is start throwing him forward. He pulled him backwards.
Quick snap, faking it. Oh, Irwin's going to – they had the wide receiver, Don Baker, lined up at a Wildcat. Let's see if he got enough.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see here.
Fake the pitch, and Baker ran right.
First down.
All right, Baker had been the man in motion the last few times and kept it himself. And he's going to remain in as the QB. In fact, we got a new – no, it is still Troy back there. The 8 sometimes looks like a 0. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Northwest on the move again. Dropping back. Baker runs away from the rush. Being pursued. He's going to keep it and gets hustled out of bounds. Maybe lost a yard out there.
Yeah, they're going to give him a yard loss, maybe a yard and a half.
2nd and 11, back to the 37-yard line. Good pressure from the end that time on the Ashbrook side. 3:36 to go, 7-3 Ashbrook with the early lead. Each team scoring on their first drive. Northwest now facing a 2nd and 12 after they did say a loss of 2. Irwin back in as a QB. Hand off to Troy. Initial running room crosses the 35 and barrels forward to the 32-yard line, wrapped up in number 53, Camarian Lyons, the lineman grabbing him there. 3rd down coming up.
Big 3rd down conversion here from the Trojans.
Now, I would normally say 4-down territory. They only gave them to the 34-yard line. Didn't get a great spot there, so 3rd and 7 coming up. 3rd and 8, actually. Shifting the receivers here. McLean going out to the left side. Still 10 seconds on the play clock for Irwin. And Troy back there. And they got Samuels in the running back. Quick toss. Irwin to the right side. Caught over there, but takes a hard lick there and shy of the first down.
Good catch by number 18 for the Trojans.
Yeah, grabbing that one is actually it was 10, Jaden
Was it 10?
Tolliver.
Okay, my bad. I don't have a 10.
So 4th down, right on the edge, and they're going to go for it all the way, 4th and 4.
Another big possession here for both sides here. Can the Green Wave hold?
Or will they go into recede into the tide? Oh, nice play by Irwin. Got the lineman to jump. Just changed up the cadence there, and offsides gives a free first down. 4th and 4, needed 5 and got 5.
The coach from Ashbrook's not going to be happy with that.
That'd probably be some extra running for this week on Monday.
Yeah, Coach Mr. Darius James ain't going to be happy about that.
Down to the 25-yard line, just outside the Pizza Hut red zone. Quick snap. Samuels, quick running back, dances inside that red zone to the 19-yard line. Pizza Hut red zone, pizzahut.com. Get your orders anywhere, anytime.
They're telling them to go. The coach, the offensive coordinator, are telling them to go.
Say, we got our pizza. We're happy now. Correction, that is Malachi Norris as the running back, and he gets the handoff this time, and not much doing there for him. 3rd and short coming up. 3rd and 1 at the 16-yard line.
Big number 23, Scott again on the stop.
Troy's back in and makes a lot of sense. I mean, he's your 210-pound sophomore. That's where he challenged the line a little bit. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter.
What was the running back they used to have here at Northwest that was really, really good?
They've had a few. I know they had the big running back from a year ago that didn't get used as much. 3rd and short. Quick handoff. Troy Bako. He's going to burst in. Ended up just shy of the touchdown. 1st and goal to go right about the 1-yard line. A 15-yard burst for Troy.
9 said, let's go. He's encouraging his troops, so let's go.
And they remain in the shotgun. They'll just say, we'll give it all to Troy. Troy should go in. That is a touchdown. Northwest retakes the lead. What a nice drive of 60 yards. And Troy gets that TD burst. I like what you just said, Chris. Don't let them get set.
Yeah, don't let them get set. Go. And that's the end of the quarter there.
Oh,
no, it's a touchdown.
They use the same thing for both things.
Yeah, but that's a good play call by Coach Mormon and his staff. Don't let the defense get set. Keep them on their heels. Kicks up, and it's through. Down in the trees.
All right, 10-7, taking a break. Ashbrook will try to answer Brett.
Wilkinson Funeral Home is proud to offer the very best in personal and professional service to you and your family in your time of need. They're nestled on a peaceful 16-acre hilltop off Branchview Drive in Concord, and a full-service funeral home that recognizes the importance of tradition and faith, and they strive to create services as unique as your loved one. They also offer a variety of options for pre-planning. You can relieve your family of the burden of making those decisions in a time of emergency. Call Wilkinson Funeral Home 704-786-3168.
All right, back after the quick break here. And I may have been saying that kicker's name wrong, but it's Owen Mack, who hit the 46-yard field goal.
Okay.
So Owen Mack, the Mack family, he got it.
Sorry that we got his name wrong, but we'll fix it.
We'll get it right. I'm sorry, I'm in first game mode here, so it is what it is.
He's back after a 7-month hiding.
Well, yeah, it's been since, whenever we did, I think it was Jay and I doing Shelby and Monroe back in Shelby in late November. Monroe going on to that 2A championship. All right, Matt set to kick off left to right with 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. Nice high kick. Should be returnable, though, at the 10-yard line. We'll cross back to the right side. Looking for room. Cuts back. Still going. 20, 25. Still on his feet out to the 40-yard line. Refusing to go down is Marleno Smith.
Wow, he got to the 42, 43-yard line.
So nice return there and good starting field position for the Green Wave. They drove 75 yards on their first drive. We'll see if what adjustments are made both ways. Hopewell leading Statesville 7-6 on the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard. See if we have any other scores from our list. So McLean, right, there's a McLean on both sides. The quarterback for Ashbrook is McLean, and now we have a timeout.
We stand here, or we going to commercial?
Let's go ahead and stay here for now.
Okay. We got another scoreboard here early. It's Rocky River 6, Berry Academy 0. West Cabarrus has got a heck of a game ahead of them. They got Lake Norman.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and that gives us a chance. We mentioned Hickory Ridge going to South Iredell, J.M. Robinson going to A.C. Reynolds, Cottsville hosting Cuthbertson, Kannapolis on the road against Mooresville. The Blue Devils of Mooresville, not the Blue Devils of Duke, were leading 14-0. Concord on the road against North Gaston. So a lot of out-of-county matchups, some road trips here for the teams. And Chris, I know if you're all these coaches, you want to see how you match up, before you get into those conference games. Yeah,
you definitely want to see how you look as some of these schools are playing, with these new alignments with 4A, 5A conferences and 6A, 7A, and 8A. Like I said, Monroe won the 2A state championship. Now they're a 4A school.
Right. So, and it was time to do that. And they had not had any new classifications since 1972. Northwest took that time out, so each team has 2 remaining. And, not much doing for the Ashbrook running back Lindsey. Maybe a 2-yard pickup to make it 2nd and 8. So I guess Coach Warman saw something with his defense after that return and said, let's talk a little bit about, and good start there for 2nd and 8 to the 42-yard line.
Emmanuel Rucker on the stop. Wonder if he's any kin to the Ruckers that went to school here. Larry Rucker and Ira Rucker and all them boys.
Rucker, okay.
Rucker, yeah. Yeah, they want some bad boys back in the day here at Northwest.
Delay blitz from the linebacker and runs right into the running back. They timed that pretty well and still got about a yard, maybe 2 more yards for Lindsey there. Didn't get the number of that Russian linebacker, but came from the right side defensively. Needs to get to midfield. It's actually about 3rd and 7. And that is the end of the first quarter. Key third down coming up. Northwest leading 10-7.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinot.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle. You estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinot.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMinot.com today.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
Second quarter action get underway. Northwest leads this one 10-7, but a key third down coming up for Ashbrook on their second drive.
Before we get started with this drive, Mount had the ball on their own 3-yard line. Fumbled, recovered by Central Cabarrus. Donnie Kiefer's got those guys playing good over there.
And did Central score?
Yeah, 6-0 Mount.
Or still 6-0 Mount, yep. But Central's
recovered on
knocking on the door.
No, they covered on the Mount 3. So they got to go 97 yards for a score.
3rd and 7. There's that speed option. McLean diving forward. He's going to be close. Ooh, that is.
Bad spot. You got him at the 49, it looks like.
Well, I thought stretch. Oh, they're going to give him. They will give him the first down.
They got him on the 50, it looks like.
Oh, wow. Yeah, tough break for Northwest. I thought he was a hair shy, but good effort for McLean. They ran that speed option again.
You got an injury here. Is number 55 for the Green Wave.
Yeah, that was the one. Their lineman. I don't know. Hopefully, it's just a cramp over there, but that is Keelan Hairsteinman.
Looks like he's got a little cramp or something maybe going on here.
And while he's doing that, we will check through the scores here. while they're tending to him. Trying to think of a Jerry Hathcock, a great green wave recovery.
Sounds good.
I'll work with that. A wacky green wave recovery. I don't know. that sounds too. But they are tending, and he's being helped up, or trying to help him up. I always wonder about those poor student trainers trying to help these linemen up. But
these big 300-pound linemen, them girls that are pulling them to me, yeah, we can't do that.
yeah, right. This is. And good round of applause for both sides as Hairston walks off under his own power slowly, but looks like he'll be all right. But it is a key first down right at midfield for Ashbrook.
And John, Northwest is showing they're not scared of this big green wave team.
Northwest has traditionally had a pretty good line play, so they're not lacking there. But 1st and 10. Northwest hanging on to a 10-7 lead. Ashbrook trying again on their second drive. McLean ready to go with Lindsay in the backfield. Delayed handoff. Nope, McLean will keep it himself and has running room. First down and more to the left side. And late flag thrown as McLean falls forward across the 35-yard line. Big first down for Ashbrook. We'll see about the flag at the end of the play.
Oh, and the chains moved.
Yeah, don't want to move the change just yet. We know it's right at the 50-yard line. I don't know if it's a late block or a late hit picking up the flag. So 17-yard pickup is good for McLean. So two key runs for him. So now that they've spread Northwest out a little bit with a couple quick completions there, they're just now going to their running game, and McLean showing and Lindsay showing they can carry it. 1st and 10 to the Northwest. We'll say 34-yard line. Keeping four receivers, actually, twins either way. Long count, 5 seconds to go on the play clock. And running right side, in trouble right away, and is going to be thrown for a big loss. So following almost a late fumble there, but that's going to be about a 5-yard loss. Number 70, not fooled at all for Northwest. Do not have a number for him. Might be Anthony Argueta, actually, coming in for the big hit. But a 6-yard loss for Lindsay. You wonder about that cat and mouse game sometimes, that read option there, and it looked like the Ashbrook quarterback read it wrong.
Yeah, he definitely read it wrong.
2nd and 16, back to their 40-yard line. I'm going to, no, I'm not going to hand it off. Twins either way, quick drop back. Remember McLean looking left all the way through everybody at about the 15-yard line. Put too much mustard on that hot dog, and long third down coming up. McLean short toss turned into a 28-yard touchdown on the first drive, but now up against it on this 3rd and long.
And great job here by the Northwest Trojan defense.
We get that. You get that backfield penetration. You always say that, and you get that big loss. Going to the right side. There's some confusion about where the ball was spotted. Trips to the left, one receiver right, and now he calls the timeout.
Oh, the ref just called a timeout and just respot.
Respot the ball. Now middle of the field. That's where I thought they threw it from. Now we're ready to go. 4 down linemen. Movement for the receivers. He'll come in a little. Trying to cross the route, faking it, stepping away. McLean looking for running room, wide open, back in the end zone. They could not get it to him. Oh, my goodness. Breaking free was number 7, Savion Lindsay, the running back. And McLean, right at the line of scrimmage, tried to get it to him and couldn't do it.
And I think he had more time than he thought he did, because if he sets his feet and throws that at 6 points.
He threw too much of a rifle and just needed to put some air under it. Easy for us to say. We're not the ones being chased by 250-pound linemen.
Exactly.
So we'll try to pin them deep, try to get the coffin corner punt here. Presume that's Garcia again, doing both the kicking and the punting duty. One man back deep, that is McLean. No real rush here. Hangles it high. And McLean wisely lets it bounce and goes into the end zone. Good job. That Lindsey just was not able to get any angle on that and landed right in the end zone.
Yeah, he got some air under that. It might would have bounced back. And if that's on turf, it may bounce back.
So it ends up being a 20-yard net. Northwest starts at their own 20, up 10-7. See, if you're the Ashbrook defense, you don't mind that. Makes Northwest have to. It's their worst starting field position of this game so far.
Scoring update here. Mount had a touchdown called back on an offensive pass interference.
Oh, wow. That's one you don't see. You might see that at the professional level some, but not so much at the high school level. Troy, nice running room initially. Keeps turning those legs. Gets about 4 yards off the right side. He has the one touchdown along with the field goal.
He's limping a little bit, John. He got hit hard.
Got hit right at the knee, it looked like. Other local games, Independence over Charlotte Christian 13-0. Huss from Gastonia with the unusual score 5-0 over North Meck, also on the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard.
Wow, that's a safety and a field goal.
That's the only way you can do that, right?
And football it is.
2nd and 6. Short pass. McLean, oh, he made a bad move. He went the wrong way, ended up being stopped short of the first down. Again, easy for us to say up here. Nice pass for Irwin, but may have led him the wrong way. So 3rd and short coming up at the 29-yard line.
He had the first down, but he cut it back.
Yeah, he cut it back the wrong way. So actually 3rd and 2 because he ran backwards.
Big stand by the Green Wave here.
First, you got that big running back. See how Troy's holding up there. You mentioned they're bringing extra pressure. Oh, movement by the tight end. And just as the official giveth, he taketh away.
It goes from a doable 3rd down to a tough 3rd down now.
Much tougher, yeah, 3rd and 7. And that's always the thing, those 3rd and shorts. Either way, those 5-yard penalties. Of course, NFL started last night with an actual spitting contest.
Grown men.
There'll be a fine and most likely a suspension for Mr. Carter for Philadelphia. The Eagles did hold on in the second half to get the win over Dallas, 24-20. Irwin dropped back, heavy rush out to the left side and forced to get rid of it. He got it. Yep. Flag coming out. Now I don't know if it's for interference or a late hit, but I think it's for a late hit against Irwin, roughing the quarterback. Officials will talk it over. But the flag came in from the judge on the sideline there, way away from the play. Oh, it's pass interference, and that will be
a first down.
That'll be a first down. McLean got tangled up right. That's the thing. It was right in front of the Northwest sideline, so they were doing a little bit of lobbying over there.
Yeah, and they should get Dak Prescott too because he spit first.
Yeah, I'm sure they're already looking at we're talking about the Thursday night game, but
I was happy the Cowboys lost. I'm happy.
Yeah, that's former Tar Heel Javonte Williams had a nice first half for Dallas, had a couple touchdowns, but couldn't hold on to the lead. So that is a 15-yard penalty. That's always a 15-yard penalty no matter the spot, and Northwest gets the first down. Quick snap. Troy running to the left side. Oh, runs into a double team 40-yard line, if that.
And good job by number 9 from the Green Wave. Jeffries turned everything back into the big linebackers.
Caleb Gordon ended up with the final tackle along with a couple others.
Did he give him a gain? No gain?
Oh, no gain, actually. So 2nd and 10 back at their 38-yard line. Good initial room, but closed up quickly.
Mount's got fumble rooskies tonight. They fumbled again. Central Cabarrus recovered.
That will hurt. Drop it back to Lindsey. Looks to the left side for McLean again with another nice grab. Ends up being about a 6-yard pickup over there. McLean's got stickum on those fingers.
44-yard line.
Makes it a doable 3rd down here. 3rd and about 4. It's such a nice grab. It's not a great game, but you go forward at least.
It's a positive completion.
7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Long count by Irwin. Now they'll look for a new play. They'll shift over to the right side. We're hearing Nike plays being called. All right, we'll see what that means.
Maybe they got a jump man on here.
Yeah. Looking McLean's way again, whips it that side and shoots it too far in front. May have been tipped there by the linebacker, number 42, making a nice attempt at it. That was Ben Gregory, but it goes incomplete.
Good pass coverage by the Green Wave defense.
Made it a tough throw for Irwin, and, yeah, they don't have much choice but for Matt to go back into punt formation with 7:05 to go. Northwest maintaining a 10-7 lead.
Owen Mack is on to punt. Back to receive is number 22, Cabarrus Jones.
One, actually, 2 men back deep for man late getting on there. Still plenty of time.
On the visitor side.
Ashbrook peels back for the return. High, not particularly deep kick into the line, so they'll take a hop. Another hop inside the 20 and gets a pretty good net out of it down to the 17-yard line. So now Ashbrook will have their worst starting field position with 7:05 to go. I don't know if they even ran the clock there.
I don't think they did.
Yeah. So McLean will come out for
Audio and video. Cabarrus, a technology design and integration company specializing in refined, simple, and elegant solutions for your home. Find them online.
checking our scoreboard here. West Charlotte over South Point from South Carolina, 7-0 on the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard. Providence Day over Charlotte Catholic, 12-0. Independence leads Charlotte Christian, 13-7. McLean ready to go. Gives it off to Lindsey, run to the left sideline, has a blocker leading the way, but recovers nicely over there, does Northwest. Limits Lindsey to about a 3-yard pickup.
I gave him almost 4 or 5 on that.
You did say 5, all right? That's what we'll say. 2nd and 5 coming from that point across the 20-yard line.
I didn't think he got that much. Maybe he did.
22-yard line, second down.
The band enjoying that defense.
Nike.
Now it's McLean emptying out the backfield here.
Needs to go to the other side.
Now they do bring Lindsey back to the formation.
Yeah, they're in a Nike defense here. Number 11's looking around like, what do I do? What do I go right here?
3 seconds on the play clock. Oh, they didn't get it off in time. Nope, that's going to be a 5-yard penalty back the other way. And that's one thing I've noticed with Ashbrook. Even though it's a semi-no huddle, they take a long time to get set up.
Yeah, they got him for an offensive illegal procedure instead of a ball clock violation.
I guess is that the same thing?
It could be. It's the same penalty yardage.
Yeah, 5 yards because the clock did tick down to 0, so that's what I kind of assumed. The folded hands
he
here.
did like this here, which is legal procedure, which is the same penalty.
2nd and 10, back to where they started at the 17-yard line for McLean and Lindsey. Got twins either way. Dropping back McLean, rolls out to his right under rush now, steps back, throws it, and coming back and almost, did not look back for the ball and going to call pass interference. Tough right there, but Keyshawn Barnett looked like he was step for step with the Ashbrook receiver.
And Coach Mormon's like, he told him, he said, you got to turn.
And Braylon Smith was the intended receiver. He was in position to make a play, but did not look back for the ball. And thus a 15-yard penalty and a first down for Ashbrook.
I wish I would go from the spot of the foul. I mean, I really do.
Yeah, I guess they've always just said, it's professional being professional rules, and college is still the same way, 15 yards. They just think it's too severe of a penalty. But they'll move them out to the 32-yard line.
So now it's first down at the 32-yard line.
So Ashbrook gets a break and keeps on rolling. As we're past the halfway mark, that stops the clock with 5:50 to go.
Perry just sent a message out. It's still 6-0 Mount Pleasant with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard. Thank you, Perry.
Low-scoring game there.
Emptying out the backfield. McLean's going to keep it and stumbles forward to the 35-yard line. McLean's shown he can run a little bit, and that was definitely a QB keeper all the way.
Yeah, if he hadn't slipped, he might have got like 3 or 4 more yards off of that, John, I think.
But you see what they did with Lindsey. Had the defense trying to keep the eye on him.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a spy on him wherever 7 goes. Somebody's going with him.
try to spread it out a little bit. And Lindsey should have had a touchdown catch a few minutes ago.
Yeah. But like you say, he was chased by 200, 300-pound linemen. So
second and about 7 here. We'll say at the 35-yard line. Northwest sneaking them up. Here they come. Here's that safety option. Good toss out to Lindsey. Lindsey will have the first down and crossing the 50-yard line. That's about the third time I've seen that, Chris, as we'll give the tackle credit to Caleb Bryant. Inside blitz, they run the speed option.
Yeah, number 5 for Northwest come in. Is that Riddle? He come in and grabbed the quarterback, but if you're going to do that, you got to grab his arm so he can't pitch. He grabbed him by the shirt, and he was still able to pitch.
That's literally waiting until the last millisecond to pitch that ball.
And another step, and Lindsey would have been in the end zone.
Midfield is where it's spotted. 1st and 10 for Ashbrook. McLean ready to go again. Now an outside blitz coming. Here they come. Quick toss to the left side, and receiver did not look back for that pass, and Ashbrook fortunate there was not a black jersey over there. Incomplete.
Yeah, if number 88 turns around, I think he might have a big gain on that one.
That blitz was coming from the opposite side, and that might have been one of those automatic plays. A.J. McLean saying, I expected you to at least go out and get the ball, do an out route. Second down coming up, 2nd and 10. Of course, the mid-minded halftime show coming up. We'll expecting a band performance. I assume there'll be a band performance. They have not come out onto the field, though, so we may not. We'll see what happens. If not, it'll be the Chris and John show.
They might want to listen to the band.
McLean rolling out left, under pressure, is going to keep it. Burst of speed, first down and more. Gets upended there after a 14-yard pickup. Nice recovery by McLean to save that first down.
Yeah, he turned a busted play into a first down.
Almost 35-yard line of Northwest, and Ashbrook, the Green Waves coming in for the high tide. They're rolling again. 10-7 Northwest, but Ashbrook on the move. It's the second quarter, approaching 4 minutes to go. And Ashbrook takes a long – it forces the defense. If you do this right, it forces the defense to be ready for a long time. Ashbrook now sitting Lindsey. McLean's going to keep it again and runs into a brick wall. This time Northwest was ready. The middle, maybe McLean got a yard there.
Looks like big number 70 and number 5. And it's going to be a timeout.
Zach Riddle again on the play.
Timeout Green Wave.
All right, they're second. They have one more driving on second down.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com.
Got a scoring update here on the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard from James Malik. 7-0 Cupperson over Cox Mill with 4:45 to go in the second quarter.
Chargers trying to get their horses in gear, I guess.
Yeah, they're trying to gallop to a touchdown.
2nd and 8. Following the Ashbrook timeout, they have one remaining with 3:39 to go. Northwest holding on to a 10-7 lead.
This has been a pretty evenly matched game so far.
I think the line play both ways has been pretty strong. We always say that at high school football. A.J. McLean. Quick handoff to Lindsey, and he's wrapped up after about a 2-yard pick up there. Linebacker charging in. And
looks like they spotted him at the 30 here.
So third down coming up. Both teams running back, not unusual at the high school level, but running back dependent. Mooresville leading Kannapolis 28-13, and I'll give a score after this play that should make a lot of people smile here. Maybe in a moment. 3rd down and 5, though, at the 30-yard line. Rolling out right, McLean under
Backside
pressure.
blitz.
Going to send it to the back of the end zone. Intercepted!
Nice play by number 7 for Northwest.
First turnover of the game. Credit, and we do not have a number 7 for Northwest. See if you have it on yours.
I do not have a number 7. I think it was Bryant. You got a Bryant?
I think there is there. We'll give it to Bryant. Big turnover for Northwest, and they get the ball back at their own 20-yard line. Number 2 on the roster is Caleb Bryant, so we will change that to 7. Bryant with the leaping. That ball was thrown to the right back of the end zone, and Bryant went up, grabbed that sucker. Reminded me of Josh Norman back in the day.
Yeah, he read that perfect, Johnny. That's perfect technique.
So here's the score I wanted. Jupiter Wilson, you remember him now at Garinger, led Garinger to their first victory in 4 years, and they are now tied with East Meck 7-7.
Wow.
So Troy hit at the line of scrimmage, not much doing, maybe lost half a yard there. Play was slow and developing, and be 2nd and 10 coming up. Ashbrook does get the ball to start the second half. Northwest would at least like to get a first down or 2 here. Did lose about half a yard. We'll still say 2nd and 10, just shy of the 20-yard line. The reverse Pizza Hut red zone, trying to get out of the buffet. Under rush, run away from it. He's going to keep it. 20-25. Oh, popped out of bounds. Good recovery on the Ashbrook sideline as Irwin did scramble and makes it a doable 3rd down.
It's going to bring up, what, 3rd and about 5?
That's what it looks like. But out of bounds, and that does stop the clock. It's not what did not want that part of it right at. Oh, they keep the clock. They kept them in bounds. Correction. Clock rolling under 2 minutes to go now in this until halftime at the BidMinded.com halftime show. Yeah, it might be you and me, Chris, because I do not see the band coming out. They might do a show from the sideline there.
We can do some singing for them if they want to.
Oh boy, they'll send ratings.
In the tank.
I can call a dance or 2.
We'll get somebody up here to dance.
Film that there. Oh, and Eric Mormon rushing, saying, the play clock was running down, not quite ready for our play, so 1:32 to go. Taking a break. 92 seconds remaining, Northwest by 3.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com.
So following their second timeout, Northwest was the key. They call it 3rd and 4 at their own 26-yard line.
Trying to find the Concord score. I can't find one.
And we may have to go, I'll double check their X account. Quick look. Irwin caught, first down and more, stretching out. Troy Titus making that grab, using his big 210-pound frame and surging forward for the first down.
If you got a workhorse, you got to work him. Work him.
And at the high school level, that ends up being about a 10-yard pickup after their 36, and now Northwest can look to score here. Running quickly, Irwin wants it deep. Sends a medium pass, overshoots his man. Two receivers and a white jersey. McLean had a shot at it. It was really intended for Barnett, rather. Keyshawn Barnett, and overshot him. 2nd and 10 does stop the clock with 1:19 to go. Of course, we've been telling you about the Carolina Renaissance Festival. Remember, like past years, you can't get general admission. You got to buy it for the day, the ticket for the day that you want to go to. And do that online. Oh, problems with the snap. Irwin just does get it off. And Titus with running room. First down to the Greenway 49-yard line. That will stop the clock to move the chains.
John, that young man's for real. He might be the best running back in Cabarrus County.
He's trying to show it tonight. Clock will start, and good recovery by Irwin to get the handoff after he'd fallen down. Screen pass, overshoots it, and Ashbrook was ready for that. Timing also just a bit off to make it second down.
Got a Cannon Pharmacy update on our scoreboard here. Mounts jumped out to a 14-0 lead.
That's over Central Cabarrus in the
Yes, sir.
Highway 49 rivalry. He had time to get the play from the sideline with the incomplete pass. Mooresville now all over Kannapolis, 35-13. That's in the second quarter. Blue Devils showing their firepower against the Wonders.
Now, Mooresville, they're 7A or 8A?
Yeah, they're 7A. Irwin, short pass, and again overshoots everybody, intended for McLean, 10 yards downfield.
And we spoke too soon. Another update. Central just struck back quick, 14-7.
Well, they're not going to go quietly into the night. 54 seconds to go with 3rd and 10 for Irwin. That's
Central Cabarrus is wanting to rock 49 over there. They want to throw a party over there in the Central Cabarrus area tonight.
It's pretty amazing. You know, for so many years that rivalry was dominated by Central, and now they're going to bring in the backup quarterback, Dom Baker. See how he plays this. Barnett in motion. Now they keep Irwin in. Now go with the screen to Baker. Baker twists away, fumble. Falls on it, though. Gets 4 yards.
He got lucky, real lucky.
Yeah, you like it. You know, you're living well when the ball bounces right back to you.
Because the kid from Ashbrook would have just reached down and he could pulled it right over to him.
Yeah, there was a white jersey pretty close now. Let's see how each side plays this. And does Ashbrook want the timeout?
Who's calling timeout here? Ashbrook?
Bills, 32 seconds with Northwest, a 3-point lead.
Is proud to offer the very best in personal and professional service to you in your time of need. They're nestled on a peaceful 16-acre hilltop off Branchview Drive in Concord, and a full-service funeral home. The importance of tradition and faith, and they strive to create services as unique as your loved one. They also offer a variety of options for pre-planning. You can relieve your family of the burden of making those decisions in a time of emergency. Call Wilkinson Funeral Home 704-3168.
Following the quick timeout there, 32 seconds to go. Northwest with the 4th and 7, and you presume they would punt there for Mack. And we'll see if Ashbrook tries to get some sort of punt block action going.
I was going to ask you think they'll punt or you think they'll go for it?
I would not go for it here. That would not make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it would.
You got a good enough, even if you botch this punt, you can still kick it to the 20.
You just don't want to over snap or under snap.
Owen Mack. Oh, here comes Ashbrook. They wanted it, and good blocking. And it's a line drive kick, and it's going to take a bounce, and it's going to roll and roll and roll and roll, and just into the cross in the goal line. Oh, could not quite get the Northwest player down there quick enough, but at least.
Got a flag right here at the 33.
Did somebody release too early for Northwest? Or get tangled up? Again, time did not go off the clock. I thought, doesn't time go off on the punt?
I thought it did when the ball's kicked. I thought it did.
Okay, that's strange. Well, that's a couple times that's happened. I don't think there's a new rule.
Okay, we got a halftime score here. Mount is up 14-7. Halftime.
All right, good one there. But, yeah, I mentioned that, Central dominated for 7 years, but that changed oddly enough. The first game I ever called to the old WeGo. I don't know if you were at this one, Chris, when Dane Honeycutt ran across left end in overtime for Coach Henry Thompson and gave them their first win in 25 years in 96.
Yeah, my great aunt was a huge Central Cabarrus fan. That when they tore the fence down over there, she was like, yeah, she went crazy. I think she was trying to sell everything in her house.
Well, it's pretty amazing to realize, that led Mount Pleasant to one of their greatest years in many, many years, and Central won like 2 for Jim Brown that year.
Yeah.
It just kind of the ups and downs of football and high school football.
Oh, that penalty was on Ashbrook, they said.
2 penalties against Ashbrook, apparently.
Wow, that's going to be big.
So that's, if it's after the kick. Yeah, if it's after the kick, they get taken down to the 10 and then the 5-yard line. Well, they still got listed at the 20-yard line. I'm not sure what happened with all that.
Me either. The coach from Ashbrook is not happy.
Coach James over there coming in 2-0, first real competitive. And, you know, I'm sure that's why he scheduled this game. We want to go across two counties. We want to drive through Charlotte traffic and play a quality program in Northwest Cabarrus and see where we stand. And he's realizing, well, this is what we got.
Yep.
Ashbrook does get the ball to start the second half. You always look at those halftime adjustments. So should be backed up twice, 10 and then to the 5-yard line.
Do you take a knee here if you're Ashbrook, or do you try to run a play?
You about have to take a knee, but make sure you don't get that safety, obviously. So they'll probably come under center. And Northwest does have one timeout. And McLean will do that and say, all right, we'll just go to the locker room here. And play clock, or the clock ran off a second here. It's like, did we do that properly? Northwest has 4 players back deep just in case they decide to do something silly.
Yeah, they don't have to run another play here.
There we go. That's what I thought there. Okay. Going to the halftime break. Ashbrook, and we're still having some discussions here, like they got to come back. See, this is the part I never understood. You know, I know you got to cross your T's and dot your I's, but the team wants to take a knee and they want to go. So why are we waiting? Are they going to force them to do another play here with no time on the clock? Yeah, I don't get that.
Me either. I told them to put 15 seconds back on the clock.
I mean, I'm a stickler for the rules, but this is where if your officials say, all right, they want to take a knee, they took a knee.
If I'd be Ashbrook right here, I'd fake a knee and send the guy long, pump it like Tom Brady did, pump it down the field and hit my receiver.
All right, now for real, we take a knee. I'm just going to make sure, Chris, that we get down to 000 because that was a little odd there. All right, I think we are for real here. Northwest fans happy, as they should be, with a 10-7 lead. Ashbrook, probably a few things to talk about. They ran they had the long drive for and then kind of stalled several times after that. Northwest hanging in there with some key defensive plays and enough offense. And Northwest with a lot of new faces, particularly on offense. But we were impressed by that young sophomore running back. Defense is held strong. Line is held strong. You know, you're Coach Mormon. You're going to be reasonably happy right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ecstatic if I'm Coach Mormon right here because we're up 10-7. We've only made a couple, bad decision plays here, with penalties and stuff. But if you're Ashbrook, hey, you're not out of this game. This game is a long way from being over. They made a couple bad plays, a couple bad penalties, but this is a pretty good game. This is probably the best game I've seen all year so far. Like you say, these two offensive lines and defensive lines really battling.
Mooresville continues to lead Kannapolis on the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard, 35-13. Our other halftime score, our other game, or one of our other games, is Mount Pleasant over Central Cabarrus. That's 14-7. Cuthbertson was leading Cottsville. That's James' game tonight, 7-0. Have not heard anything more from that. All right, no band performance, it looks like, so let's take a long break, and we'll review the first half, come back with a lot more as you're listening to Radio Free Cabarrus.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle, you estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMinded.com today.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy, with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com. Wilkinson Funeral Home is proud to offer the very best in personal and professional service to you and your family in your time of need. They're nestled on a peaceful 16-acre hilltop off Branchview Drive in Concord, and a full-service funeral home that recognizes the importance of tradition and faith, and they strive to create services as unique as your loved one. They also offer a variety of options for pre-planning. You can relieve your family of the burden of making those decisions in a time of emergency. Call Wilkinson Funeral Home, 704-786-3168.
No one does high school sports coverage like Mark Plemons and John Von Cannon, and it's right here on your hometown station, RadioFreeCabarrus.com.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle, you estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMinded.com today.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pie. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Delivery, dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
All right, you're listening to the BenMinded.com halftime show, where you can shop, click, and drive and get your deals on the lot there. BenMinded.com, shop, click, and drive. Halftime here at Northwest Cabarrus. Northwest with a 10-7 lead over the Ashbrook Green Wave, and we do expect Ashbrook to get the ball in the third quarter. Second quarter actually had no scoring, so it's just putting down my numbers for that. So Northwest up 10-7. Northwest took the opening kickoff and took about 2.5 minutes, and ended up with an impressive 46-yard field goal from Owen Mack. The kickers have been eating pretty well, so they're kicking pretty well as you get ready here for their kicking duties. Ashbrook, though, not to be outdone. They drove 75 yards and took the lead just over 2 minutes after that. It was a nice pass from A.J. McClain to Hitz, their wide receiver listed as an athlete. It was one-on-one, made a John Madden spin move. I say John Madden because that's the video game, right? Made the spin move, and 28 yards later was in the end zone. Extra point was good, 7-3. But then Northwest, not to be outdone themselves, got a nice kickoff return to the 40-yard line, drove 60 yards, got some nice runs from their running back, Titus Troy, a couple good short passes by Irwin, and that 60-yard drive with 59 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1-yard plunge for Troy, and he had the touchdown. And 10-7, no scoring in the second quarter. There was a key interception, though. What a nice play by Bryant to jump in the back of the end zone and still await an interception. That's the only turnover of the game so far. And so far, running the ball pretty well is Titus Troy, 15 carries, 85 yards, had the 1 touchdown. And Irwin, limited passing for him. He is 6 for 10 throwing the ball. So had a few missed throws there, but no turnovers. A couple were close there. I'm trying to add up, but only 35 yards passing, but enough to be effective and keep things going. Going through our Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard here and double checking if I can pop it up. Hit the right button. There we go. Of course, I still say Twitter, and it's the old X-Files, as it were. Halftime, Cuthbertson over Cottsville 7-0. Also at the half, we mentioned earlier, Mount Pleasant over Central 14-7. But Central's come back in that game. We also had Mooresville leading Kannapolis 35-13. Hickory Ridge, another local team, 14-7 over South Iredell. Other scores locally of interest: Statesville over Hopewell 21-7. Lincoln over Cherryville. Do I say that right? 7-0. East Lincoln over Newton Condover 14-13. Getting into some mountain scores there. North Lincoln and Maiden tied at 14. Up in the Greensboro, the Triad area, Page from Greensboro 14. Mount Tabor from Winston-Salem 0. And South Point and West Charlotte were tied at 1. So that's our scores so far here. And we're going to have a relatively short halftime. They'll have the 3-minute warm-up period, but we'll go from there. 10-7 on the BidMiner.com halftime show in favor of Northwest Cabarrus. 4 minutes away from the warm-up period. We'll get Chris back in here and make him work a little bit, right? We'll talk about really this football. We're into the second full weekend of college football, but the first full weekend of NFL football. So it should be a lot of fun. 10-7 in favor of Northwest, and we'll be back after this on the BidMiner.com halftime show.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMined.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle, you estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMined.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMined.com today.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com. Wilkinson Funeral Home is proud to offer the very best in personal and professional service to you and your family in your time of need. They're nestled on a peaceful 16-acre hilltop off Branchview Drive in Concord, and a funeral home that recognizes the importance of tradition and faith, and they strive to create services as unique as your loved one. They also offer a variety of options for pre-planning. You can relieve your family of the burden of making those decisions in a time of emergency. Call Wilkinson Funeral Home 704-786-3168.
No one does high school sports coverage like Mark Clemens and John Von Cannon, and it's right here on your hometown station, RadioFreeCabarrus.com.
All right, thank you so much, Bob Brown. Lost Bob back in December of 2021, but think often about him and what he did for this area, for WGO Radio, and of course with Mark getting Radio Free Cabarrus set up. So always good to hear his voice. Here on the BidMiner.com halftime show, it is Northwest Cabarrus 10 and Ashbrook 7. Ashbrook already out for their warm-up period. They'll get an extra 30 seconds on the clock, but they'll actually get another 3 minutes to technically do that warm-up period. Normally this would be a band period, but band not quite ready to go, so we will kind of keep them going here. All right, what are the games we have? There really aren't that many top 25 games. Duke has an interesting matchup hosting Illinois. See how they've grown. They won 9 games a year ago, did Duke, and Illinois coming out of the Big Ten. There was one top 25, double top 25 matchup. Of course, the big win for Ohio State over Texas, but that's so early in the year that, you kind of got to – we'll see how that turns out. But the one top 25 matchup has Michigan against Oklahoma. Both teams checking in at 1-0, and that'll be a 7:30. That'll be the late ABC game, so that'll be Oklahoma trying to bounce back a little bit after they've always been good, but a couple off years. Michigan trying to bounce back from all their controversy, even though they won the championship a year ago, and a lot of people have to take some penalties with all their, I guess, the videoing of the opponent's signals, if you will, and that's not allowed. So everybody knew that. They got caught. They won the championship, so they get to keep the championship.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna penalize them, just take the championship away from them. I mean, if you got to cheat that bad to win, you don't need a trophy.
Yeah, I watched the Netflix documentary on it. I wasn't, the guy's pretty much unapologetic about it. He said, "Yeah, I did it. I love Michigan, and I'll do it again." So it is what it is. So, and then of course, big matchup at Jerry Richardson Stadium. UNC Charlotte taking on our North Carolina Tar Heels. We'll see how Bill Belichick. Obviously, not a great start, getting panned a lot by by both the fans locally and the media around the country for. We pay all that money, and Texas Christian comes in and does their thing at 48-14. And now this is almost no win for Carolina. They win the game; they were supposed to win it. UNC Charlotte even keeps it close. That's a pretty big deal for them.
Yeah, Carolina should just go in there and roll, and I think they're going to change up quarterbacks. And I think you're going to see them come out and be more prolific on offense, and that defense really needs to play better. But, yeah, UNC Charlotte can keep that thing within 14 points. It's a big win for UNC Charlotte.
Yeah, line is 13.5. Tar Heels is sold out. They even set up 5,000 extra seats in Jerry Richardson Stadium, which is set to be expanded in the next several years. So, become a larger stadium and certainly a recruiting point for the 49ers. So that's a kickoff for tomorrow evening. On the NFL side, Kansas City and the Chargers playing on. Well, how dare they, Chris? They're competing with us on YouTube. No score early on. They're just 5 minutes into that game. Of course, the Panthers down there in Jacksonville taking on the Jaguars, and not a bad matchup to see how the Panthers have come along, and how the Jaguars also have a new coach. Of course, Canales in his second year, and we'll see how everybody, how the offense, how they improve for the Panthers this year.
Yeah, I really think that the Panthers are going to be underappreciated in that division. I really think you get Bryce Young enough chances, Carolina might have a shot to win that division right there. I think they're going to go either 7-9, or I think they'll either go 7-9 or 8-8.
Yeah,
right
there's 17 games now, so I'm saying 7-10 myself.
7-10.
7-10 or 8-9. I'm saying solid improvement. The big thing, of course, the defense. They had technically the worst defense of all time. I put an asterisk. They gave up the most points in NFL history a year ago. Of course, that was in a 17-game schedule, so not the worst defense per se. So that's where the improvement has to come there as well.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That defense has got to step up. And I think guys that play out in the secondary need to control their men. But there's going to be some really good football games coming on. My Commanders have a really big game. And I think they got a shot. If Jaden Daniels can stay healthy with Scary Terry over there now. And
he's got a new contract, so he's happy.
Yes.
Well-deserved, actually, I think.
It was too long. It took too long.
Right, yeah.
And then you got the other guy over there with them. They got a shot to win the Super Bowl. If they can stay healthy and play good, they got a shot to win the Super Bowl.
The big late game, the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. Both teams have big things in mind. That's a CBS kickoff at 4:25. Most of the country gets to see that. Ravens at Bills. That's a good Sunday night matchup. And then the Vikings against the Bears on Monday night.
Yeah, that'll be. I think the Bears might win that one. But I think it's Buffalo's year. I think Buffalo's going to go to a Super Bowl. I don't think they can win it. But I'd like to see them and the Redskins in the Super Bowl.
There is a strong Buffalo Bills contingent in Charlotte. They have like the Bills Charlotte Club or whatever you call it.
Cool.
So I hear a lot from them, and they're about this. It's got to happen either this year or next year with the way the contracts are lined up. So we'll in a weird way I kind of root for them, particularly after they went 0-4 and in 4 straight Super Bowls. That's just they want to get rid of that history.
Oh, I about forgot to say while we're on the air here, I seen Coach LeVar Batts at the concession stand. He said, "Tell everyone at Radio Free Cabarrus." He said, "Hello." Okay, and
he is still basketball at J.M. Robinson?
Yeah, he's here watching the game tonight.
Okay, all right, wonderful. All right, Matt set to kick it off, and Ashbrook is set to get the ball first to start this third quarter. Northwest up 10-7.
this is going to be a big opening series for the Green Wave.
Here comes Mack. Nice high kick. Angling it towards the corner, bounces, and just gets into the end zone in front of that pylon. Hitch was waiting for it, see if he needed to return it, but did a good job. And the Green Wave will get rolling at their own 20-yard line.
Nice kick.
So Lindsay ran for 74 yards. There was the only turnover of the game was that interception of the back of the end zone. And nice play for Northwest Cabarrus. That was Caleb Bryant who had that INT and turned away the Green Wave on that drive. So A.J. McClain, and do they have a new running back there now? To double check. It looks like they got number 10, Martino Smith. And he gets the handoff, his first carry of the game. Good initial room. Oh, takes a lick at the 25-yard line after a 5-yard run. Still a gain of 5 to make it 2nd and 5. Did not get the number of that Matt Truck, and we're not talking about the kicker there. Gain of 6, actually, will make it 2nd and 4. So that is Martino Smith back there. In fact, they changed up the quarterback as well. They got number 3, so wholesale changes here for Ashbrook. Got T.J. Armstrong as the quarterback. So Coach James not happy with this backfield. He brought in 2 new guys there.
I think they spot him here right at the 30-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Green Wave first down.
Yep, did get it. The nose of the ball just needs to get to the edge of the line, and they did it. So 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. So Armstrong and Smith are the new backfield for Ashbrook here. I bet you the receivers are different too.
We got 12 and 7.
I did not see those guys. Smith running to low. Armstrong's going to keep it, and he gets hemmed in pretty quickly. Ball may have come loose, but in any case, it's about a 2-yard pickup for Armstrong.
And number 7 is Lindsay, so he's been moved to a wide out to the housing development back here behind these trees.
So so there was an injury.
Oh, yeah, way over on the far side. Yeah, way over there.
That's what the holdup was for. Did not get that number, but they are stretching out his leg on the far side of the end zone, just away. Officials over there making sure, can we go through with the extra point where he is?
Yeah, the official come on and said, you got to get him back out of the field of play so we can play.
I mean, far beyond the field of play. They help him up. And now running off okay. A little bit of a limp. So McClain completes one of those rare statistical anomalies, throwing for a touchdown and catching a touchdown. And Ashbrook takes the opening drive 80 yards and has a 13-10 lead. Garcia ready to go now. Good snap, kicks away. That looked good. It is good. 14-10 as we go to break. Northwest looking to answer after this on Radio Free Cabarrus.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle, you estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinded.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMinded.com today.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
So Garcia set to kick it off. We'll see if Northwest can answer after giving up an 80-yard drive that took just over 5 minutes off that third quarter clock.
Yep, we got a scoring update. Wow, it's up 20-7. A 48-yard touchdown pass to Jacob Regal.
All right, Regal won the holdovers from last year and part of the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard. All right, here comes Garcia. Has been kicking pretty well. Both have. Nice high kick. Taken by McClain at the 5. Running to the left side. Needs a block, but it's not going to happen as Ashbrook recovers well, stops them shy of the 20-yard line. So that touchdown play was run from the edge of the Pizza Hut red zone. They were standing in line for the buffet and then just ran right through it.
Yeah. They said, we ain't got time to wait. We just give me my pizza to go.
Piedmont over East Rowan, 27-0. Hickory Ridge still leading South Iredale 14-7. We got that score at the halftime. And Forest Hills over a community school of Davidson, 14-10. We were pretty impressed by their CSD a year ago against Mount Pleasant.
We still got a Concord score. I can't find it anywhere.
And I'll just hustle over on the Twitter here and see what they're doing. I'll do a quick. See if Concord started football. Hand off to Troy, and they were ready for him as he's a big.
42.
Call that a tsunami of the Green Wave because that was a 3-yard loss.
That's Benjamin Gregory, the Mike side linebacker.
So let's see what we got. So, yeah, nothing on.
Did they play the game?
They're playing North Gaston. That's on the schedule, and no update yet even from their Twitter. 2nd and 14, back to the 16. Irwin forced to throw. Sends it long, get behind the defense. Nice grab. 40. It's a foot race for McLean. 50, and nice diving tackle. But McLean rather, that's the number 11 grabbing that Barnett. Keyshawn Barnett, what a beautiful touch pass by Irwin. And Barnett runs about 60 yards down the left sideline. Ends up being a 50-yard grab, correction. But biggest play of the night. Love that touch by Irwin on that play.
Yeah, that was a nice pass.
And Barnett caught it in stride. Play was run, flag thrown. Tried the handoff, and there's Northwest pointing towards the Ashbrook side.
I think we're going to get a personal foul face mask. 15 more yards.
Yeah, a couple yard pickup on the run for Troy. Long look here. Was it the inadvertent face mask?
No, they got him for the 15. They got him dead ball personal foul. Or personal foul, not a dead ball, but it's personal foul, so it should be 15.
Play was 2 yards to the 33 and another 15, and now Northwest in the Pizza Hut red zone.
Now they're standing in line for the buffet. Is the buffet still up on the Church Street location?
Oh, that's right.
Not too far from here. They got Pizza Hut right down the street, but they don't have a buffet.
It's more of an express Pizza Hut.
Yeah, it is this express.
The smaller
Pizza
one.
Hut, though.
Yeah, you can get it all the deals either way.
Call ahead and have it ready for you.
Call ahead. Go on your computer. We could order one and say, have it ready for us at whenever.
We could even tell them to deliver it to the back gate if we wanted to.
That might be pushing it, but we'll see.
We'll tell them Mark's paying for it.
There you go. Delayed handoff. Oh, fumble problems with the handoff. Did Irwin get back to it? Ashbrook seems to say they have it. And
let's see who has it.
Oh, still battling. No official indication. Ashbrook came away with it. They are holding the ball out of the pile, but officials are now saying Irwin jumped on it long enough to retain possession, but lost 4 yards in the process. So Northwest, second time tonight that's happened, and they've gotten a bit of a break. So they stepped out of the Pizza Hut red zone, 2nd and 14. Now a long look over.
They must not have been having the restaurant that made them leave.
Say, we want you to come back in, do it right. Rolling out, Irwin looking, under pressure, still rolling, and throws it at the last moment and incomplete. Irwin took a shot for his troubles there. 3rd and 14 coming up at the 22-yard line. Certainly within field goal range if they want to try that.
Yep, you're exactly right. They got a leg on the kicker.
But down by 4. See if they try 4-down territory. Just one receiver to the left, though. Keeping a blocking back in there as well. 14-10 Ashbrook has scored on the first drive of each half. Irwin, short drop back, lobs it to the back of the end zone for McLean. Did he grab that? He did. Touchdown Northwest. from a shaky throw to a great throw from 22 yards out. Touchdown, Trojans.
All you can say on that, John, is wow.
That's a couple nice grabs by McClain. This one was hauled in for a touchdown.
But not only that, not only the grabs, John, but you got to give kudos to Irwin, number 9, the quarterback. He's put some absolute dimes to his receivers.
And that's even mixing in a couple throws that haven't been so great, but he's come back nicely and taking advantage. Mack,
they're waiting on him. He's a holder.
I got to hold this. I better hurry.
He's down here celebrating, muscling up. He's got a hold.
I need one more point here. For a 3-point lead. Oh, line drive. And did it get through? It did. 17-14. Northwest drives 80 yards to retake the lead.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, cannonpharmacies.com. Again, cannonpharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's cannonpharmacies.com.
4:32 to go, so each team has now scored on their first drive of the second half. Who's going to blink first? Northwest has jumped out to that 17-14 lead. So Matt set to do the kickoffs here.
And the good thing about the quarterback here at Northwest, he's only a junior, so he's got this year and next year.
And that's what you want, is that development. Haven't started the play clock here yet. Needed one more player on the kickoff unit. Last time Matt kicked it around the corner of the end zone and did it. Still need one more. It's like you do belong on the field. Now they're clicking off the play clock. Get rolling. This is a line drive. Oh, gets past and dies at the 1-yard line. Picked up there. 15 in trouble and will be dropped right there. Well, that was that line drive golf shot that kicked up a divot at the 1-yard line and would not roll into the end zone. Now, even though it hit the player, if it had gone into the end zone, it still would have been a touchback.
Yes,
so
yes.
That's the rule in high school. But it did die at the 1, and return man forced to carry it from there. And I think this is the worst starting field position. And now the Northwest defense against that revamped Ashbrook offense. Let's see who Coach James brings out. If he keeps Armstrong back there, it looks like he is. They're saying we're going to put we're changing our backfield to the receivers and seeing if we get some plays out of there. Armstrong gives it off to Smith. Smith initially broke through and gets about 3 yards there. Martino Smith.
Savion Lindsay was the
So Lindsay back in the backfield, correction.
we got a penalty on the far side over here, John.
All right, let's look at it. Is there movement there?
Waving it off.
Waving it off, okay. Second down then, second about 7 then at the 20-yard line. So Lindsay has returned to the backfield. Armstrong remains as the QB, though. Confusion among the receivers along the right sideline. They're acting like they don't know what's going on. Play clock still at 8, though. Dropping back Armstrong. He's a lefty. He wants it deep into the slot. No confusion there. And more down to the 40-yard line. That is a 40-yard pickup over to Ross on a nice throw.
Caden Montgomery Ross. What a name for a player.
And he I don't know if they were faking confusion over there or what, but
It worked.
sometimes I have seen that happen.
Yeah, it worked.
Now there's quads to the left,
Goes
faking
to
it.
again.
And Ross again he was the one receiver to the right sideline and got the first down.
Yep. Oh, we got a flag back here in the backfield.
So it probably was not 7 men on the line of scrimmage. So might wipe off that nice game. But we're setting up quads. They faked a short throw and yes.
Unsportsmanlike on Northwest.
Oh, wow. So that will add
Wonder if it was roughing the passer.
half the distance to the goal line after the catch. And into the Pizza Hut red zone again with 3:35 to go. So from the 25, it'll go, or 26, it'll go to the 13-yard line. Nobody's moving.
Got the Whitecaps over here talking to Coach Mormon, telling him what's going on.
Still no movement on the ball yet. No official. Northwest is acting like there's no penalty. Usually they'll see the defense backing up. 17-14 Northwest, but Ashbrook energized with a shifting around their backfield some.
Here he goes. He's going to mark it off 15 now.
And now they get to the red zone. Pizza Hut. Once again, pizzahut.com.
Taking it down to what, the 14, 15-yard line?
Should be about the 13 if it's half the distance.
Looks like 15-yard line here.
First and 10 for Ashbrook. Giving off to Lindsay, dances inside, trying to wiggle as well.
Going. Good night in the morning.
Moving that pile. Looked like nothing, and he's going to end up with about 7 over there.
Wow, I got a shocker right here.
Ended up with a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 at the 11. What you
I'll
got?
let you make that announcement.
Ooh, Concord up 13-0 over North Gaston. That's at the half.
That's at the halftime.
After looking not so great, certainly not great a week ago in the Bell game. 2nd and 5. So Concord trying to get victory number 1 of the year for Coach Shepard. And off to Lindsay, bouncing off to the left side, and he's going to work his way for a touchdown. That's from about 11 yards out for Lindsay.
And, John, he just planted, Lindsay just planted McClan in the ground. I mean, he just turned the corner, put his head on right in the middle of his shoulder pads and just stepped on him as he went in the end zone.
And not to mention the left side of that line just clearing an absolute path.
Yeah, you give those what they call them up front, those big hog mollies up front.
Well, that was an 85-yard drive, capped off by Lindsay's 11-yard run.
This is just who's going to have the ball last probably going to win this game.
Right. With 2:34 to go. Well, the adjustments made by Ashbrook, moving their backfield around and putting Armstrong back there, giving Lindsay essentially a series off to start the game, maybe get his legs back under him. Good snap, kicks away, slips it on through, makes it 21-17. Going to break. Ashbrook retakes the lead.
Wilkinson Funeral Home is proud to offer the very best in personal and professional service to you and your family in your time of need. They're nestled on a peaceful 16-acre hilltop off Branchview Drive in Concord, and a full-service funeral home that recognizes the importance of tradition and faith, and they strive to create services as unique as your loved one. They also offer a variety of options for pre-planning. You can relieve your family of the burden of making those decisions in a time of emergency. Call Wilkinson Funeral Home 704-786-3168.
All right, we bring out the old classic, Rolling Stones.
So give me a drink, I'll turn this back up.
Start me up, yeah.
Boy, that's old. That's before my time, probably.
Well, no, it's. I think this is from the album. I'm going at the. It's 1977. Tattoo You.
Okay, I was 4 then.
Yeah, I was 7. So but it's funny how songs, and then you have Yellow Diamonds, Sweet Caroline, sticking in. That's always a
oldie but goodie.
But how they became a stadium anthem for Neil Diamond, that still befuddles even Neil Diamond fans.
Yeah, And we got a scoring update here on our Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard. Mount Pleasant 28, Central Cabarrus 7.
So the Tigers pulling away in the second half, our other game on Radio Free Cabarrus. Here comes Garcia, another high kick. Bounces. McLean has it. In trouble, though. Tries to run away from it.
And he was just annihilated. Number 5.
Now a late flag. They might say a hit to the head on that one.
If that's targeting, he's done.
Got out to the 15-yard line. Oh, one of the players for Ashbrook hands to his head like, what?
Yeah, if that's targeting, he should be ejected. And that would be bad for that young man if he gets ejected.
2:27 to go. McLean returned it, and it's actually against Northwest, block in the back. So that means they'll back him up inside the 10-yard line. Tough right there. So it was legal. And that's always the thing on those returns. A lot of stuff goes on returns. Some of it gets called, most of it doesn't.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So that's what you got to deal with. Not sure what our schedule is for next week, but starting to get into next week. Some of the conferences will get into their conference games. It's kind of strange that everybody's now in that kind of that mixed, I guess, 5A, 6A conference that used to be the Wonders and Hickory Ridge and Cotts Mill, but now we got Central Cabarrus in that group.
Yeah, they're in the 6A. So
that's the 5. I think it's a combined 5A, 6A, and then Concord's in the combined 4A, 5A league with mostly Rowan County teams and only Northwest Cabarrus.
Yeah,
and J.M. Robinson as the Cabarrus County teams.
Hold on a second. This play.
Hand off to Troy. Initial running room crosses the 10. Does get about to almost the 15-yard line. Solid game of half a dozen.
I think all of our county teams, Mount Pleasant got the toughest game next week. They got to travel to Belmont South Point.
Right. We've been saying that. 2nd and 5. So good screen play out there. McLean dances inside, and he takes another hard lick. Wow. And he's down. Yeah, he's down. He really got – now he pops back up. Correction, that's number 3 making that grab. That's going to be Nate Jones making his first catch of the night.
Yeah, he paid for it, too.
Tried to cut it back inside against the grain and had initial room, but then recovered well to the Ashbrook defense. 3rd and 1. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ashbrook up by 4, 21-17.
James Malik just sent us something in on our Cannon Pharmacy at 7-0 Culberson over Cox Mill in the 3rd.
And whistles blow as the ball is snapped. Somebody jumped, and Ashbrook's appalling like Northwest had the early movement. So
they did. False start.
3rd, once again, this happened a couple times for Northwest. 3rd and short now becomes 3rd and more difficult. And this would be a bad 3 and out for Northwest Cabarrus if it happens here. Great for Ashbrook. Because we really have not. I think we've only had 1 punt tonight. That was in the first half, and now an early timeout's going to be called. Who called this one? I'm guessing Northwest Cabarrus called this one for their offense. So key 3rd down, 3rd and 7 coming up after this.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinot.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle. You estimate the payment, apply schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinot.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMinot.com today.
All right, quick timeout, short pass, caught. And, still running room, and nice grab that time by Titus Troy, and tiptoed along the left sideline and got the first down.
I bet you next week when they line the field off, they'll widen that out about 2 feet.
It's like I know where it's kind of like Larry Bird in the parquet floor. I know where I can wiggle or tiptoe along. So that ends up being about a 15-yard catch and run for Troy.
Yep, that was a good play right there. And when you need some big yards, give it to number 8.
1st and 10 to the 35-yard line. Key 3rd down pickup. Again, they'll give it to number 8. Not a whole lot doing, but did get still got about 5 actually, correction. Getting close to 100 yards is Titus Troy, unofficially. I think he has it. My numbers are not too far off. 2nd and 5. Northwest going a little bit quicker as we're approaching a minute to go in this third quarter, down by 4. Quick toss out to McLean, short hops it, and it was just a forward pass.
Got one of our listeners sent this in, says Concord's defense is playing very strong with 2 defensive touchdowns.
Oh, my goodness. Well, there you go.
So the offense is still sputtering a little bit, but they're looking better.
Out in Nashville, J.M. Robinson doubling up AC Reynolds 28-14. Flag thrown as the ball snapped here. Lindsey goes down Irwin goes down for a sack, but a flag was thrown on that third down play. With 53 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And 23 hurt himself while he was celebrating.
He pirouetted the wrong way, probably. In any case, they're acting like it's against Northwest, which Ashbrook will, of course, decline, and Northwest will be forced to punt.
Illegal shift on Northwest. That penalty is declined.
So 4th down coming up. See if Ashbrook brings their looks like they're only lining 1 back deep. So it'll be up to Matt, and this is probably the furthest back we've had for a punt, and so it'll be up to Matt to try to get some field position turned around. Yeah, they're lining up 7 there. Here they come. And waylays that one. Lands short of the return man, goes inside the 30 and down to about the 25-yard line. But not bad field position for Ashbrook with 39 seconds to go.
And John, I still agree with you on what you said when they mixed up their backfield and started, moving people around. I think that helped the Green Wave.
P to 0. So
Wow.
that'll be a running clock. Certainly the team, if you want to watch for the team that improved a year ago on the Rowan County side, South Rowan.
Yes, 100% agree.
Yeah, they really made a nice, that win over Concord a year ago really, it hurt Concord, but it spurred the Raider program. And Carson, you got to watch them as well.
Yeah, they went down to knock Mount off last week.
So up by 4, 39 seconds to go in the third quarter. Quick toss, they brought McLean back in. Short toss, Lindsey went down with a knee. Did he actually catch that, or was it short hopped?
No, it was. I think it was incomplete.
Incomplete.
It bounced up in his hands.
But they're bringing McLean back in as the QB, so it's just shifting everybody around. Got Hits back in as a receiver. Ross, who caught a couple key passes on the last drive. 2nd and 10, 36 seconds to go. Long look over, still not ready for play.
Florida State. Tell Rover he's got to cover. Rover has to cover.
They set the ball in the wrong spot.
Are officials still in preseason mode where to spot the ball?
Yeah, I don't think the umpire right here really is doing. He's spotting the ball in the wrong spots.
All right, we're ready to go here on the 2nd down play for Ashbrook. Again, A.J. McLean back in as a QB. Lindsey back in. Lindsey, nope, keeping it.
Oh, he stumbled and fell.
Martino Smith is actually the running back there. But McLean stumbled and not much doing for him. 3rd and long coming up. McLean did have some nice runs in the first half. Yeah, keeping Lindsey here as a slot receiver along with Ross.
And they got Morgan out the top receiver. And number 0.
Now moving McLean back in as a receiver up there. That's Hits over there. The 0s and the 8s on these fonts are strange. Into the third quarter, I'll use the third quarter break to figure all that out. As we're going to a break, as the third quarter break with Ashbrook up by 4.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com.
All right, fourth quarter action set to get underway.
Central Cabarrus, they tacked on a touchdown here, so it's 28-14.
Mount Pleasant still with a 2 TD lead. Here's 21-17 as Ashbrook scored 2 touchdowns in the third quarter to Northwest's 1 touchdown, and they have the lead here. So it is Martino Smith in the backfield as the running back. Got Ross over here as they're stacking up the receivers for the 3rd and 10 play. It's like it is McLean as the QB. Twins either way. No blitz. One extra blitz now. McLean, he gets away from it, throws it at the last moment, and overshoots everybody. Northwest gets the stop, much to the – we have a couple of Northwest coaches down here looking at things, and you can hear they were quite happy there. Forced McLean on a bad throw, and now Garcia will be forced to punt from deep in his territory.
When did they go back to number 3 at their quarterback? Armstrong.
You would think McLean is a little more mobile. Armstrong just doesn't look like a great thrower, but he fools you a little bit.
Yeah, but he moves the ball down the field and scores touchdowns.
Yeah, he did on those first 2 drives. All right, here, look at this. Northwest is lining up 9.
They're coming after this.
Here they come. Garcia. Gets it over the return man's head. McLean at his 40-yard line gets a block. Still running, and, he hesitated and got stopped shy of the 50-yard line. Good coverage that time. And we'll give credit to number 12 that time, Ross, coming down the field along with Michaela Hitton. Anyway, Northwest in great field position to try to retake the lead at their own 48-yard line. Long huddle there around Eric Mormon and staff. We mentioned Robinson over Reynolds. 20 scores are slipping through.
I thought that would have been the other way around.
Well, you coach Seidel, you take on Myers Park. Myers Park beat Weddington, so that loss to Myers Park probably doesn't look so bad.
Yeah.
Had the easy win over West Cabarrus. And see what comes of this long road trip to Asheville.
That's a good 3.5-hour drive.
About 2 hours. A little over, 2.5 hours, I'll say. Irwin faking it. He's going to get a nice block and dives forward to midfield. Gets about 3 yards on the keeper.
And they're lucky they didn't get number 5 for Ashbrook with leading with the crown of the helmet.
Yeah, that's sometimes the quarterback sometimes will try to draw that in the way they dive. 3 yards, just shy of midfield. 2nd and 7. Just getting the fourth quarter underway. Long look over by Irwin and
number 9 comes off as the quarterback. 16's coming on for the quarterback here for Northwest.
Oh, he must have taken a little harder hit than we thought. That's Chase Sharenko, sophomore quarterback. Give it off to the running back, and he gets met at midfield. 3 white jerseys saying on that one.
Number 58 led the attack.
Yeah, we'll give credit to Ian Johnson. Yeah, nowhere to go for Troy. So 3rd and 7, and now you got the sophomore quarterback in there. Will they try to go downfield with him? Barnett in as a slot receiver. McLean over there as well.
And number 9's not looking real good. They're massaging his back.
That being Irwin, the starting QB. Now they get another look over here.
Big role for this young man coming in here, quarterback.
He's dropping back. He wants to throw it. Quick pass called out there, and right at the first down sticks. And, late flag. It won't matter because Cassie Berringer got popped over there and will add 15 more yards. Good solid throw by Sharenko there. right to the first down sticks and will get even more.
I mean, he just stood in there and threw the ball, John. Good job by this young sophomore quarterback.
Love it when a player's ready to step in and go.
Yep.
So that should knock it. The play went to the 43-yard line. That should take it to the 28-yard line and keep this drive alive. It would have been right at the first down sticks. Probably close enough. The penalty makes it a moot point because you get even more.
What's it to what, the 27-yard line, 26-yard line?
Should be about the 27. Good crowd gathered here. It was a warm Friday. It's cooling off with the sun setting. Had some nice clouds come in and help with that cooling effect. Now we got a new running back here for Northwest as well. That's Norris behind Sharenko. Giving Titus Troy a brief rest.
They're still working on number 9 down here. Hopefully that young man's okay. Oh, bumps into his own man here.
But Norris steps up, should have kept running, and may have lost half a yard out there. Again, that's always easy for us to say up here, but second and long coming up.
Yeah, and the coaching staff ain't happy with 22. They put number 8 back in immediately.
Yeah, he's like, don't hesitate. Go. You know, the play was to the side, so go that way. Dom Baker comes in as a slot receiver. Still got Sharenko out there. Play clock's down to 3 seconds. Got to hurry, and they do. Faking it, Sharenko. Short toss and short hops Cam Behringer out there. Cassie Behringer, correction. And it's incomplete. He was coming around the quarterback and wanted that little screen out there and little crowded territory.
And he better have been glad that one hit the ground because that had any more height on it. I think number 2 out here would have picked it off.
Yeah, one of the Jameer Carpenter was playing defensive back there and had his eye on that short pass. 3rd and 10 at the 27-yard line. Emptying out the backfield. Sharenko faking under immediate pressure. Screen to Baker. Eludes one man. How did he bounce off that would-be tackler, did Baker?
Because Johnny just hit him with his shoulder. He didn't try to tackle him. He just hit him with his shoulder trying to knock him down.
Now let's see about this final spot. Did he? It's going to be 4th and 2.
And we got a flag on the play?
Did not see that with 9:01 to go.
We got official timeout here.
It's 4th and 2. Now it is, of course, field goal range, but Northwest is down by 4. So longest gives with officials timeout gives a longer discussion. Sharenko suddenly thrust into a key 4th quarter drive.
And he's standing up to the challenge right now.
Keeping everybody tight, going for it. 4th and 2. Hand off to Troy and met over there. Don't think he made it. Nope. Oh, that was a tough defensive wave to roll over Troy and give him no room. Got a yard, needed 2, and turnover on downs.
If you're the Green Wave, that's a way to stand up. That wave of Green Wave defender players stood up right there. But that side of the defensive line, John, just really stood up for Ashbrook.
So should be about the 19-yard line at their own 19. And now if you're Ashbrook, you can start thinking a little bit about clock. West Forsyth of Reporter Ridge, 32-14.
Wow.
That's on the Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard.
Porter Ridge not too far. They went down outside of Fairview.
Yeah, still on that west side of Union County.
Yeah.
The Pirates.
Yep.
They've had some good players. Let's see about our quarterback and running back. Oh, flag thrown. They still let the play roll, though. Handoff, and that should be movement against Ashbrook. Smith was the ball carrier again. Just alternating Smith and Lindsay. See about the flag, though. Should be procedure and or legal movement. Either case, it's 5 yards. So play is negated, and we'll back up 1st and 15.
And if that happens as a coach, I would want them to hurt.
I know that's always a point of discussion. That I'm like you, that should have been blown dead there. But 1st and 5, 1st and 15, correction, back to their 14-yard line. So it looks like it is Armstrong back in as a QB. It's pretty effective first 2 drives. Oh, problems with the snap, forced to fall on it. Did not look it into his hands. He was already thinking about throwing the ball or the handoff and lost another 5 yards there for Armstrong. So 2nd and about 21 here.
And Northwest is going to go in their nickel defense here. The coach is hollering out.
Nickel, of course, being the 5 defensive backs. Now would Ashbrook try to, of course, the only good thing about that is keep the clock rolling. We'll say 2nd and 20 from the 19-yard line. Armstrong. Yep, we'll give the handoff to Smith. Smith, room to the right side, still being strung along. Struggling forward to about the 15-yard line, so did get about 5 over there. 3rd and long coming up. And that's as much to try either break a play or try to run some clock. As they'll snap this one with 7 minutes to go. We know Armstrong throws a lefty and McLean throws a righty, so one way to tell them apart. Bringing Ross here as a slot receiver. And Braylon Smith as a far-out receiver. Twins to the other side as well. Key 3rd and 13.
Northwest are bringing a blitz here.
Low snap. Armstrong rolling out under pressure. Short pass called out there. Has running room. And going for the jersey. Going to be close. Nice grab. Nice play that time by number 8, Titus Troy, playing defense.
He's going to be about 3 yards short.
Making that grab was Caleb Gordon, the linebacker.
And they're going to go for it here.
Or they're at least going to try to. They're about a yard. Oh, wow. They're about 3 yards shy. Needed 13, got 11.
I thought he got at least 13 or 14 off what that looked like.
But it was a one-on-one, and Armstrong threw a nice ball. So going for it, 4th and 3 at their own 26-yard line. Probably going to try to get Northwest to jump, and a timeout has been called.
By Ashbrook here.
Timeout has been called. All right, we'll see if we can get our commercial set up. There it is, as you're listening to Radio Free Cabarrus.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy, with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com.
All right, coming back, and now in punt formation. That's probably the wiser move for Garcia. Northwest looking to rush him here. High, but McLean has it at the 40-yard line. Spun away, hit. Tries to get away from the next wave here. Stiff arm, 45. And nice job by McLean to cross the 50-yard line and get something out of virtually nothing. So Northwest, again, halfway into this 4th quarter, in great field position.
Got to update our Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard with 5:57 left to go in the 4th quarter. Mount Pleasant 28, Central Cabarrus 20.
So the Vikings rowing their way back. Northwest with a long cuddle here with 5:55 to go in the 4th quarter, still down by 4. There was no scoring in the 2nd quarter.
Real quick before we get going, Alexis Rosario Beltran broke his own record. He just hit a 48-yard field goal right before half to make it 13-0. So he hit a 48-yard field goal.
So he broke it twice. Broke Coach Smith's record and then broke his own. Oh, end around run, looking for some blocking. And Ashbrook did pretty well to limit that to a 7-yard pickup. Barnett on the reverse handoff there. I think that was correction at Cassie Behringer. And makes it 2nd and 4.
This is an absolute good game over here. Cupperson still up 7-0 over Cox Mill with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Talk about, it's not even a rainy night or anything. It's still a defensive struggle. That play went down to the 44. Half dozen picked up there. And looks like Sharenko's still in there.
That's number 9.
It is Irwin, correction. And play clock was ticking down to 5 seconds, and Northwest says, yep, let's talk about it as well. Still 21-17 on Radio Free Cabarrus.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com.
2nd and 4 following the timeout for Northwest Cabarrus. They'll get off to Troy, running to the short side, left side, and it gets met pretty quickly over there.
A late flag comes in almost at the 45.
See if that's a hit out of bounds or something else.
Concord has the ball on their own 25-yard line, according to David Stansel here. Thanks for the update, David.
Okay. So did not see about the flag.
Yeah, I didn't either. There's one on the ground.
Along the far side. 5:11 to go in the 4th quarter. And rolling back Northwest way, so whatever happened over there, was it a clip? But they're walking back a hold over there. So 10 yards upfield, so that makes it 2nd and 14, back to their own 46-yard line. And it's right at 10 yards.
That could be a big penalty. And John, if I'm Ashbrook here, I put a little pressure on the quarterback because he's not mobile right now.
I can see that. Irwin, quick toss out and overshoots his man. Oh, trying to make a beat on that was number 20 for Ashbrook, and that's Jordan Clark.
If he just looks up and puts his hands up, yeah, number 9's coming out. He said he can't throw anymore.
Yeah, I was wondering about, I'm like you, Chris. I think that was a good observation. Just wondering if he could even run. And I know that kills that young man to you're a competitor, you want to play, but if I can't go, I can't go. I'm hurting the team to be out there.
Yeah, and I mean, he's the one who took that shot in the back from number 5. It was a clean hit, but it just hurts right in your back.
So Sharenko now having to come in on a key 3rd and 14 play, shifting around their wide receivers a bit. McLean will go to the far side. Cassie Berger coming out.
Play clock down to 1. They just get it off.
Sharenko over there, tipped away at the last moment. Nice play along the far sideline. It would have been a couple yards shy of the first down, intended for McLean. Did not get the number for Ashbrook, but that was a nice tip away.
So I like go for it.
I just sort of like, no, not quite yet. Each team with 2 timeouts, so still time for something to happen. Matt goes back into punt formation. And again, if you're Ashbrook now, the clock is your friend. Ashbrook brought a decent contingent, but it is a haul, crossing Charlotte and rush hour, Friday evening, afternoon rush hour traffic. Something I used to look at in a past life.
Wow.
High, but not particularly deep
That's
kick.
out in the stands.
Oh, wow. You really shanked that golf shot. See where it ends up being out.
Are they going to say it went out up here near the 45?
Wow. So minimal punt, maybe only about a 10-yard punt net, if that's the case. Looks like they're going a little further back. It's like the 35 correction on that. So we'll say about a 20-yard net. So Ashbrook with their first really competitive game of the year in terms of the score itself. They've won their first two. Northwest facing their third close affair here. Up. Now split the difference actually at the 42-yard line. How about that? Ends up being about a 15-yard punt.
Culberson punches it in. Now they go up 14 under with 3:42 left. Thanks, James Malik, on our Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard.
James going solo. And Charger land there.
And the shadows of Concord Mills.
And shadows a bunch of new homes out there too. It's a growing area, which should benefit Cox Mill over the coming years. All right, we do have Armstrong back there. It looks like Lindsey is the running back. Lindsey hitting the backfield, gets away from the first man, and can't outrun the second wave to the sideline. Still gets about a yard over there. Lindsey scored the last touchdown, and unofficially, he's close to 100 yards. Titus Troy has gone over 100. But now it's the green wave trying to get, if you're Northwest, you're trying to break that wave. See, I think the Vikings would do better against the green wave because the Vikings can row on a wave, right? Trojans were more land-based. Okay, I'm reaching here, Chris, right? I know Trojans had ships too. 2nd and 9 from the 42-yard line. Hand off to Lindsey again. Hit in the backfield. 3 black jerseys. And
23 leading the charge for Northwest. That's Scott. No.
Yeah, Camille Scott in there. So first time in a while it seems like they've gotten Lindsey in the backfield. That's a loss of 3. 3rd and 12 inside the 40-yard line. But clock's ticking under 4 minutes. This is you, Coach James. Do you still run the ball and try to get time off the clock, or do you try to get the first down?
I try to get the first down right here, then run the clock. There's 2 first downs is just about over.
Yeah, but it's 3rd and 12. So do you throw it, or do you still run it?
I think you run some kind of play action.
Armstrong dropping back, short toss, and thrown behind Lindsey. It was a forward pass. And see, that's the thing. It stops the clock with 3:26 to go and gives Northwest a final chance. Although you do have a chance to air out. Or do we have another flag over there?
No, I think they're waiting for the ball.
All right, 4th down. So Garcia has a chance to air this ball out and really back up Northwest. Does Northwest try to come again? They've not done so well with their punt rush.
I need one off.
Play clock's ticking down to 10 seconds. So 1 man deep. Oh, here they come. Low snap. Garcia hits it over the return man's head, and it's going to roll and roll and roll and roll to the 3-yard line.
What a punt, young man.
I don't know if the return man was expecting a short punt with the rush, but that ends up being a 57-yard net and backing them up to the 3-yard line, and by far the worst field position for either team tonight. 97 yards with 3:16 to go.
And both teams still there, both timeouts, right?
Each team with 2, according to the. I thought I had Northwest with another timeout earlier, but they're listing 2 either way. So, all right, it's going to be Sharenko coming out. I mean, Irwin tried to give it a gamely go, but he's just not able.
No, he's still wincing down here in pain. I think they got his pads off down here now.
So he's pretty much out for the game. All right, Titus Troy, we got 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Need a big gain here somewhere. Rolling out in his end zone, Sharenko lobs it over there. Call on the sideline. Did he get a foot in? Officials say he did. What a play by Barnett.
What a throw.
A throw, and gets him out of the shadow of their end zone. So can't beat that.
And Sharenko was like, hey, Coach Mormon, I can do this too.
Stood calmly in the end zone. Rush was coming and just lobbed it out there for about a 17-yard pickup.
That young man's got water pumping in his veins right now.
Titus Troy, he needs a big game, but look to a couple there. The bad thing about that is it does use up clock. Still got time. We're not quite till, but you do have to pick up the pace. Troy remains in the backfield and can't go through too many audibles here. 2nd and 8. Sharenko hit as he throws the ball short. Almost a great grab there at the 35.
He took a shot.
Sharenko, you got to like that. He stood there and took that shot, but I'm sure that affected the throw. He's 3 for 6 now. And 3rd down coming up. Of course, you're pretty much in 4-down territory at this point. He can use up the full time here with the incomplete. Clock is stopped with 2:39 to go. Ready to go, Sharenko. Troy in the backfield, 3 receivers left. Flag thrown as the ball is snapped, and it is stopped this time.
All sides on Ashbrook, it looks like.
They've done that a couple of times. That was not due, just somebody lined up off sides. So 3rd and 8 becomes 3rd and 3, a little more doable. You might have a chance to run the ball and stop the clock to move the chains. 2:38 to go. 2nd did run off there. McLean going one-on-one on an island over there. We have a safety shading that way. Yep, they will give it off to Troy. Troy hemmed in, nothing doing, and that will run more clock.
And number 9 led the attack, which is Jeffries. Javarian Jeffries?
Yeah, Javarian Jeffries.
Javarian, okay.
Yep, tight end linebacker, but it's now 4th and a long 2, and the clock is rolling. We'll be at 2 minutes when this ball is snapped. A stop here pretty much ends it. Makes it really tough. Quick snap. They'll give it off to Troy. Troy hit again, struggling forward, and did not cross the 30. That's not a 1st down. Another turnover on downs for the Ashbrook defense.
And big number 58 for Ashbrook led the charge here. That's Johnson. We've called his name a lot tonight.
Ian Johnson, another linebacker play. Well, they went to their sophomore running back, but the line that had been strong to start the game, they went to the left side that time. The right side had been doing pretty well. And now 2 timeouts, so got Armstrong. Expect Northwest to use their timeouts here, give themselves one final shot if they can hold. Running back, see if that's still Lindsay. Oh, helmet came off. That player has to go off. Was that the running back? Or Smith, rather.
His number 71, it looked like.
One of the linemen has to come out for a play, losing the helmet.
And that's a good job, great job by the officials to go ahead and kill that.
1-yard pickup.
The coaches from Ashbrook might not like it, but you got to err on the side of the player's safety.
I mean, that's an automatic rule right there, pretty much at all levels. There's no judgment needed there.
End of the 3rd quarter from David Stencil, Concord up 13-0, and the Wildcats had the ball 4th and 1 at the Spiders 31.
2nd and 9 here. Clock still rolling. See if Northwest wants to use their timeouts. Lindsay this time charging his way in. He might have the 1st down. See, he's still going inside almost to the Pizza Hut red zone. It's like he's crawling through that parking lot, and please hand me some pizza.
He said, I'll take a sweet tea while I'm waiting.
And might even throw in that whole vat of Scotty pasta. 3rd and short. I'm surprised Northwest not using their timeout here. Here we go. Use up 1 timeout. Let's take it with them. 3rd and short coming up.
Wilkinson Funeral Home is proud to offer the very best in personal and professional service to you and your family in your time of need. They're nestled on a peaceful 16-acre hilltop off Branchview Drive in Concord, and a full-service funeral home that recognizes the importance of tradition and faith, and they strive to create services as unique as your loved one. They also offer a variety of options for pre-planning. You can relieve your family of the burden of making those decisions in a time of emergency. Call Wilkinson Funeral Home 704-786-3168.
All right, key 3rd and short with 1:11 to go and 1 timeout remaining. Although they didn't show it. I'm not sure if Northwest has any timeouts remaining because I thought they had used up 1 earlier, but they're not showing it on the scoreboard. 3rd and short. at the 21-yard line. Need to get to the Pizza Hut red zone at the 20. Playing beach music, the band here. See who gets the handoff. It is Lindsey dancing to the right side, and he has a first down and more. A first and goal, that should do it to the 2-yard line.
Yep. John, that young man, sorry, I mean, that young man does not go down on first contact.
It's just hard to get it's like Tony Dorsett used to be back in the day. You just can't get a good, solid shot at him.
That's a really good comparison. He's low to the ground.
As you said earlier, he's like 185 pounds, and now how does Ashbrook play? Do they do the sportsmanlike thing and take a couple knees, or they go for another touchdown?
Who called a timeout here?
I'm guessing Ashbrook did here. We'll go ahead and take one here. Ashbrook. Nope. They're coming back quickly here. So we'll keep it right here. First and goal. Roll that clock, says the officials. And really, if they do the sportsmanlike thing, they'll take a knee and take the 4-point victory. Line comes set for Armstrong. And we'll do a handoff. And Lindsey not going to break through that wall there. But he had the one touchdown and the key first down run just a moment ago.
And they don't have to run another play.
Yeah, I think that was Northwest's last timeout just a moment ago. So, yeah, Ashbrook looking to the sideline, but, yeah, they don't need to run a play. Ashbrook will take the victory as the clock does tick down. Northwest, a loss is a loss, but at the same time, you learned a lot in this game.
Yes, you did. And if you're Ashbrook, you learned a lot, too. You come play the good quality program and come away with a victory.
And, these days, it's not just the conference games that affect you, although you do want to win those to of course, get your seeding, but all games affect your position. And so Northwest drops to 2-1. Ashbrook improves to 3-0 and takes the win, the cross-county, the two-county trip, if you will, and get the victory. We will take one final break. We'll run through what we have on our scoreboard and review what happened in the second half of this game. Again, Ashbrook 21, Northwest Cabarrus 17 on Radio Free Cabarrus.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMined.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle, you estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMined.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMined.com today.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com. Features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. Remember, free delivery. That's free delivery at Cannon Pharmacy with great locations to serve you in Kannapolis, Concord, Mooresville, and Charlotte. You get all the details, CannonPharmacies.com. Again, CannonPharmacies.com. Your hometown drugstore, great friendly people, and a modern convenience. Again, that's CannonPharmacies.com. Wilkinson Funeral Home is proud to offer the very best in personal and professional service to you and your family in your time of need. They're nestled on a peaceful 16-acre hilltop off Branchview Drive in Concord, and a full-service funeral home that recognizes the importance of tradition and faith, and they strive to create services as unique as your loved one. They also offer a variety of options for pre-planning. You can relieve your family of the burden of making those decisions in a time of emergency. Call Wilkinson Funeral Home 704-786-3168.
No one does high school sports coverage like Mark Clemens and John Von Cannon, and it's right here on your hometown station, RadioFreeCabarrus.com.
On the Independent Tribune post-game show, we're going to 80s Big Hair Rock with this one. That's going back a little bit. But in any case, what they're playing on the scoreboard, they even got a countdown for when they're going to kick everybody out here, it looks like. I guess we've got to leave in 7 minutes. Well, not us. We'll be all right. So, final score, Northwest Cabarrus falling short to Ashbrook, 21-17. Northwest had the lead at the break, but Ashbrook scored on their first 2 drives. Northwest scored on their first drive, and then that was it. So, shuffling up their backfield completely, bringing in Armstrong as the quarterback and throwing it to the previous quarterback, McLean. It was kind of somehow got the pass through from 10 yards out. McLean rumbles another few yards, makes it a total of 20-yard touchdown play, 80-yard drive, and just over 5 minutes in, and Ashbrook takes the lead, and 17-14 at that point. And then it was Irwin. Northwest drove right back 80 yards, and Irwin to his McLean. McLean's on either side catching touchdown passes, and that was a 22-yard spin, and actually that pass to the back corner, that layout grab by McLean, and that was the final time that Northwest would lead at 17-14. And then coming right back was Ashbrook and bringing Lindsey back into the backfield. He had an 11-yard skip and 21-17. And no scoring in the fourth quarter. Northwest was turned away twice on 4th downs. Those were key plays, key defensive plays on the Ashbrook side, as the Northwest offense, little by little, got stymied. Even though both running backs ran for over 100 yards, Lindsey kind of taking those couple drives off seemed to help them a little bit.
Yeah, what we've seen tonight, John, was 2 good quality football teams that battled their hearts out here. And I think the key to Ashbrook's win was when they mixed everything up and, put Armstrong in at quarterback. He don't throw the ball very well, but they just kind of threw them off. And, we had McLean out here, as a receiver. Then we had, Lindsey out here as a receiver. Just mix it up enough to throw Northwest off. But if you're Coach Mormon here, you got nothing to be ashamed of. You played a good quality team. You're a good quality team. Northwest may be the best team outside of Robinson in the SPC right now.
Of course, there'll be some other teams to say a little something about that, but we'll see how that goes. So, again, Northwest drops to 2-1, and Ashbrook improves to 3-0. So, our other games that we're kind of looking through here.
Some finals that just come in.
Okay, Cannon Pharmacy scoreboard.
Yeah, Central Cabarrus loses to Mount Pleasant 28-20. And David Stansel keeps updating us here. Alexis Rosario Beltran with a big punt, and North Gaston fumbled. The Spiders fell on it at midfield with 8:27 left to go in the game.
So still 13-0. So Concord looking for their first victory of the year. We had Mooresville big over Kannapolis A.L. Brown. That was 35-14, but we have not gotten. See if I can dig a little bit and perhaps find a score. Hickory Ridge was also winning pretty well over AC Reynolds, but there was still a lot of time to go in that game. And then, of course, we had Cupperson over at Cotts Mill, 14-0. That's one of our other games as we were watching with James doing that game. So that's the defensive team. Okay, so one of the, I guess you got to figure out what to follow. Kannapolis football, this particular one has not had a post since May 11th, 2011. So I'm guessing that's not the right one.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Yeah, Stansel just updated 4th and 9 at midfield. Alexis booms a punt down to the Wildcat 9.
Okay, very good. So, and this, I don't know what Indianola high school football. So I guess that must be up north somewhere. So that's not the right one either. So anyway, we'll keep checking around after the game on that. But Northwest, I think they start into their conference season here. A lot of teams do. Of course, in our following Concord in our group, it'll be Concord, Northwest, and J.M. Robinson, the teams on our side. Then all the new teams in Rowan County, including Salisbury, the Hornets. So we welcome them to this version of the SPC. So should be interesting with them.
They're going to be stout.
Yeah, it's going to be a. So.
I think Salisbury's going to be pretty good. We hadn't seen them yet, but traditionally they're good over in that 2A conference. I think, like you mentioned, South Rowan's going to be really good this year. So there's going to be a lot of good teams, and who knows, Concord may get on a roll here in just a little while and, pick up a couple key wins. But, I think the SPC roads go through J.M. Robinson.
Yeah, Robinson's, and that loss to Myers Park was their first regular season loss, and compared to the last 2 years. So, and obviously Myers Park's usually very, very good down in Charlotte, and they beat Weddington, so that shows they're good. So that's that's kind of a preview of what we had coming up. Speaking of Weddington, we did have them leading Monroe into the third quarter, 49-7.
Wow.
So Monroe, the defending champions, the 2A champions from a year ago. Of course, they lost a lot. Weddington, again, probably not happy losing to Myers Park. So poor Monroe kind of was in the way in that particular incident.
Yeah, and Monroe's in that conference down there with Mount Pleasant, isn't
they? They are. So, yeah.
That's going to be a tough. Mount's got a tough schedule. I feel sorry for them because they got Belmont South Point, then they got North Gaston, and then they got Monroe back to back.
Yeah, so that's going to be a tough stretch for them. Well, our final score here tonight, Ashbrook 21, again going to 3-0 for them, and Northwest Cabarrus 17, falling to 2-1. Well, Chris, it's been nice seeing you.
Yes, sir.
I'm off for the rest of the month again. I'm making a cameo appearance just to let people know I have not. I had to start I'm starting my 33rd season of high school football in some form or fashion. 2 years up in Chapel Hill, and then the last 31 years here. And the first year that I did was 1995, when Coach Smith's Concord team went 9-1 and did not make the playoffs.
That's unbelievable.
That's still one of those crazy years that, remember the lineups where each conference had an assigned number of spots. They lost to Kannapolis 5-0 in that rain-soaked game. I think it was up at Bailey Stadium.
Yeah, it was at Bailey.
And it was 5-0. Neither team could get offense going, and the Wonders took the one playoff spot in that because it was a 5-team conference at the time. So that's how far back I go doing so. But we look forward to what was that song by Green Day? Wake Me Up When September Ends.
I know, right?
So that's how it's going to be for me. So I made my cameo appearance. We'll see y'all in October. Or I will see y'all. The rest of the Radio Free Cabarrus crew, of course, Chris and Mark and Perry, and now Claire. Welcome to Claire aboard for our games, and James. Appreciate all the work they do. So be sure to stick around, and I will follow from afar for the rest of the month.
One more update right here. David Stansel put the balls at 3rd and 14 at the 5 pass incomplete, 4th down North Gaston at their own 5-yard line with 4 minutes to go.
All right.
So it sounds like the Spiders in control of that one.
Yeah, so get the 4th down stop, and we'll go from there. Again, our final score tonight, Ashbrook takes this one a close one,